And this time we ask that you rise, remove your hats, as the nation's colors are presented by University of West Florida, Army ROTC.
Now, fans, please join us in the singing of our national anthem, performed by the Argo Marching Band, under the direction of Argo Marching Band Director Dr. Sean Kelly.
Kenny just showed me how to do it, but I just completely forgot it. So I'm on, okay, menu. And I scroll over, I know that, right? Scroll over to audio input selection, right? And then channel 1/channel 2. Yeah, okay, so.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm Will Kennedy, the voice of the Argos, and this is another season of Argo football. We've got a great matchup for you here on a Friday evening in Pensacola, Florida. A top 20 game. The Argos come into the season ranked 8th in the country. It is the 3rd season for head coach Caleb Nobles. His team coming off 7 wins last year and narrowly missing out on an NCAA Division II playoff spot. The hype is building around this team as they come into the season, and a lot of that is because of these guys. We'll start with quarterback Marcus Stokes. Coming off his first season at the helm as a redshirt freshman, can he take the next step and help this team crank up an offense that struggled at times last season? He's gained some weight, he's bigger, he's got more experience. Tonight, we'll find out where Marcus is in his progression. He's got a better offensive line in front of him, anchored by Colton Beasley. Had a great spring. He's carried that into the fall. There's some experience there. There's some new faces in. Can they keep number 2 upright, open some holes for him to run, and protect him so he can throw the football down the field? And the defense, we've lost some names that you know very well to the Division I level. So some new faces have come in, but you'll recognize the guy in the middle, Walker Robinson, the middle linebacker. He is tough flying around the football field. He's got Coach Cavell Connor's defense ready to go out there tonight and take on the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. They are coached by Doug Sosha, a guy that knows Florida well. He coached down at Kaiser, took that program from a startup at the NAIA level, won a national championship last year at Lenoir-Rhyne, 10 wins, got a win in the playoffs over West Alabama before bowing out in the second round. He does have a brand new quarterback coming in, but he's got 2 really good running backs to hand the football off to and some experience on offense around him. The defensive side of the football, Coach Sosha tells me he's not quite sure what he's got, so they'll get tested tonight here as well. We've got a great football game for you coming up. Coach Kyle Shoemaker will join me. We'll have Camille Clark down on the field. We'll get you ready for kickoff after the break.
Greek mythology, Argonauts were driven adventurers, forged by challenges they overcame. At the University of West Florida, our Argos embody that same bold and unrelenting spirit. Just a short drive from the beach, you can thrive at the forefront of innovation, learning from world-class faculty dedicated to your success. Get ready to chart your own course. Find your next adventure at uwf.edu.
From affordable home equity lines and home loans to high-yield checking that pays 5.05% APY, Pen Air combines innovative banking with a commitment to our community. Pen Air Credit Union. Join us.
Is Whataburger's new Bacon Wrangler Double the most Texas burger ever? Well, it's got beef that's never from the freezer, always hot off the grill. Crispy onion strings, blue bonnets, football, Monterey Jack and American cheese, rodeos, chipotle aioli, big open roads, stars at night, pickles, honky tonks and bacon with a pinch of yee-haw. The new Bacon Wrangler Double is the Texiest Texas thing ever to Texas. What a burger.
Circle K's new free Inner Circle membership program makes filling up rewarding with everyday fuel discounts every fill-up. Make life a little easier. Start saving on fuel now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free. Circle K's new free Inner Circle membership program rewards you for loving all your favorites with delicious deals and personalized perks. Make life a little easier. Start saving on your favorite food and drinks now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free.
And we're ready for some football. Will Kennedy with you, Coach Kyle Shoemaker alongside me. It's 2025, ready to kick things off, and the coin toss has just taken place. First of all, Coach, glad to have you back in the booth here to open up another season here at UWF.
Good to be back with you. Good to be back with you.
Captains for tonight's game, Colton Beasley, we talked about in the pregame. Kobe Clinton, one of the stud linebackers in there along with Walker Robinson. Juice Williams, who we're super glad to see back, hurt himself last year, missed a chunk of the season back on that D-line. And Marcus Stokes, the quarterback. Send out your best, right, for the first coin flip.
That's right.
Lenoir-Rhyne in the house, as we said in the pregame. 10-3 last year. Coach Doug Sochik, really successful first season up in Hickory, North Carolina. Coach Shue has some fond memories of a trip up to Hickory, which we'll talk about during the course of the game. But this should be a really good football game to open the season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's super fun to be watching two highly ranked teams. Usually – I think in years past we've had some kind of easy home openers, and this, to bring a ranked team in, a playoff team, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be good football today. I'm excited.
As the kids say, this is not that, one of those easy games of the season. So we're back with you. We got the best crew in the business here. Game one for them as well, and we got a great crowd, especially here on the home side. The tailgate was popping. A little bit of rain here in Pensacola early in the day for the folks who may be watching up in Hickory, North Carolina. Coach Socha told me before the game it's 90 degrees up in Hickory. I don't think we got out of the 80s today, so it's a little cooler, but that Florida humidity is hanging around in the air. I think the rain is done, but it's not going to be – we've had some hot nights here to start the season.
We have. Yeah, you and I were talking yesterday about how the heat may be an advantage for us. And, man, I got my long sleeves on right now. This is about as mild of a day as we've had in the last 3 or 4 months. I mean, this is fortunate for the visitors tonight.
No doubt about that. Set to kick the football up into the air is going to be really one of the best in the business. We'll see who they send out actually for the kick. It may not be. Is it going to be Tyler? No. This is where right off the bat you get to dig into your roster to see it's going to be. Well, it may be Tyler Patterson, and he may be wearing 28, or I'm not quite sure because we've got some extra numbers on there. Neither of the two guys that are listed on my depth chart as the kickers are kicking the ball off. We'll find out who it is for you here in a second. We got to switch jerseys because you got somebody else on the field with the same number.
Okay.
So you may have to have a different number out there. But so for the kickoff, I'm assuming that is not Big Tyler. This one's going to be kicked, and there's some confusion. Kick returner picks it up, and ball comes loose. Who's going to get on it? Do the Argos? Yes, they say they got it. The Argos are going to force a turnover on Special Forces, which used to be Coach Shu's unit, and that's the way to start things.
Oh, man, that doesn't get any better. Fumble on the kickoff. Huge momentum swing. Huge start to the game right there. And then you know you're getting the ball coming out of the half, too. I mean, that's a huge bonus to start this game.
That was Songa Yates, number 1. Really good kick and punt returner, but unfortunately there was some confusion with he and the other return man, and nobody was quite sure who was going to take the football. By the time Yates got it, he never really probably got it in his hands. The ball may be a little slick down there. Not quite sure on that one, but it's good to see the Argos get an opportunity early on, and they're knocking on the door of the red zone to get things started.
Man, that's such a big part of those week 1 games, those giant turnovers, those huge special teams blunders. No exception to start this game off.
Extra possession in the game, Coach. You were kicking the ball off, and now you've got it right away. Stokes brings the offense out, 1 back on his right shoulder. 4 receivers in motion. They're going to throw on first down. Marcus hangs in there, chunks it up. He's got a man. That's interference in the end zone. Marcus took the hit. Chunked the pass up. He had a receiver down in the neighborhood down there. It was Tyree Holloway who's back with us, and the defender was turned around. Holloway was going to catch that for a touchdown. Instead, we got a hanky on the field. It's going to be a penalty against Lenoir-Rhyne.
Yeah, there was no one around Holloway down there. He was running wide open.
We'll see. We'll wait for the call here. We do not have an official microphone, but you know what it is. It's going to be defensive pass interference. The Argos get some good yardage. They'll move it inside the red zone.
Yeah, Will, you called that one well before the gentleman on the field did, but it was very evident that was that was a tackle.
I may or may not have done that once or twice when I was beat and didn't know where the football was and just put 2 hands into somebody and pushed them out of the way. Here we go. Argos will now set up shop here at the 10-yard line. Stokes back in the gun. Pulls it out of the running back's belly. He's going to fire it a little bit high of his intended receiver, Trevon Durden. Transfer in here from Shorter. Really good football player. We've seen him for a couple seasons. That one, he got a little mustard on the ball, right? When you're out there and he fires the first one incomplete.
That just a touch high, a little bit out of reach of the receiver there. But we're still in good position.
Incomplete passes. He was looking for Durden over there to his left. That'll bring us to a 2nd and 10. Jay Sharp is the running back in the backfield on the right of his quarterback. Corey Scott comes towards the line. They'll go to Sharp. Not much room on the inside there. In fact, he's going to get cut down, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, little inside zone play there. There's really not much. A little bit of a push, but no real cavities for the Argo back to sneak through there.
No gain on that one. So 3rd down, 10 to go. You can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line. I'll tell you, you have a fumble on the kickoff, and you don't even get time to set up all your offenses, but we'll run through. It is Marcus Stokes.
Yep.
Jay Sharp will see some TJ Lane in the backfield. We've already seen Durden. We've already seen Holloway. Corey Scott is out there at wide receiver. The big tight end, Jake Robinette. Big 3rd down play. Here comes some pressure. Dumps it in the flat. Has a guy. It's TJ Lane. Lane's going to get in. Touchdown Argos. First score of the season. Stokes to Lane. Argos capitalize early on the Lenoir-Rhyne mistake.
Yeah, Lenoir-Rhyne brought all out, pressured on that one, and great call by Coach Nobles and the offense there, running a nice little crossing route, wide open, and Argos take it in there for a nice score to get up early here.
Donnie Baker. Is that Donnie Baker as the new offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
I'm sure Caleb has a hand in the call, but we'll give him the credit right there. He is the OC, and really nice play. And TJ, good block out there by a wide receiver as well. They'll set up here for the extra point. Sometimes a little bit of an adventure last year at times. Talking about kicking some of these PATs. On to kick it will be Brogan Weber. He's the freshman out of Jupiter, Florida. Up, bangs it off the building. It is good.
Yeah.
And the Argos take a 7-0 lead. We'll take a break with the two teams here as the Argos get out on top early in this one. This is Argo football on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Nice.
balancing day-to-day activities while experiencing joint pain is tough. Andrews makes it better. Our team will create a plan of care just for you to help you regain mobility and reduce discomfort. From diagnosis to treatment to rehabilitation, let Andrews make it better.
If you're thirsting for It's Only Tuesday, that meeting should have been an email, and really need something to go your way level of refreshment, we definitely have that. When you're feeling the heat, Circle K makes your day.
Come down to you after the kickoff. We're back with you. Argos up 7-0, and what a wild start to this football game. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you from Pensacola, Florida on a Saturday or Friday. It's a Friday.
It does.
I'm so used to
Friday.
Saturdays.
It feels like a Saturday.
Week 0 kickoff.
Yeah, we'll take 2 of them.
And the Argos are up 7-0 after they kicked to start the game. It is Tyler Patterson, by the way, wearing 28 instead of 27. Booming a bunch of kicks last year, and it was fumbled by Yates. Argos come up with it. They can capitalize 4 plays, 26 yards. The touchdown pass, Marcus Stokes to TJ Lane from 11 yards out. Tyler gets into this one. The air is heavy. It's kicked. Fair catch is waved for. I believe so, and that is going to set up Lenoir-Rhyne at the 25. We have a third member to our broadcast team. Camille Clark is down there on the sidelines for us again this season. Let's go to Camille for her keys to the game.
Thanks, Will. I'm down here on the sidelines with Camille's keys to the games, and there are 3 big ones tonight: discipline, togetherness, and execution. First, discipline. The coaching staff emphasized minimum penalties and sticking to the assignment to the ball tonight. Against a top 20 opponent like Lenoir-Rhyne, penalties and blown assignments can decide the game. So staying locked into the details will be crucial. And it's the first game back of the season, so I'd expect players to make a couple key mistakes at certain times. But as long as the Argos can figure out a way to bounce back and to stay together during the game,
Argos defense,
they'll see success.
To get out on the field, you know they were chomping at the bit. This is Lenoir-Rhyne offense. Got a new quarterback, limited action in his time up in Hickory, North Carolina. This is Kamani Robinson out of Monroe, North Carolina. He's taken over for an experienced QB. He's got 2 really good running backs. You'll see Xavion Turner-Knox, number 5, LJ Turner, number 28. We'll get into those a little bit more, but the first carry only for about 2 yards. This one dumped into the flats. Walker Robinson misses, but the Argos come flying up, and jumping on that tackle is Jamari Dickens, the safety, but a positive play to set up a third and a little more manageable for the Bears.
Yeah, another swarming defensive effort here so far, characteristic of the Coach Connor style of play, jumping all over that little bubble screen.
No doubt about it. Ball out to the 30-yard line here, so a gain of 3 on that play. And it'll set up a 3rd and 5, so a big key insurance 3rd down. Nobody's getting their keys out this time. Kamani Robinson back to pass. Here comes some pressure. They'll chase him out of the pocket. He's got room to run. He can pick up the first down easily, and he'll slide out of bounds north of the 35-yard line. So good first series for the Bears as they move the sticks. Broke that containment, Coach. Cardinals said.
They did, yep. Little game there, a little D-line game there by the Argos, and they do a good job of collapsing that pocket, getting there, but he was able to scoot outside and go pick up the first down.
First down of the game. Gain of 7 by Robinson. Robinson will hand it off. That's a big hole on the left side behind this big offensive line. That is Xavier Turner-Knox. He's 6'1", 215, so he's that big back. And, Coach, we were talking before the game as we were looking at the numbers a little bit as the ball is out to the 42-yard line. This is a big offensive line.
On paper, they are huge. There's not a single guy under 300 pounds, and 300 might be just shy of the smallest guy.
They look like an NFL offensive line. Gain of 5. Maybe a little change on that one. 2nd and 5 here. Robinson back to pass on this one. Pressure coming up the middle. He's looking to throw deep. He's got a man. He way overthrows him. Really, the only guy with a chance at that football over here was the UWF defensive back on that side.
Yeah,
Tony Newsom.
Great coverage by him. And thought that Lenor Ryan offensive line might have gotten. He had sent a backer through the middle. It looked like he was getting hugged on his way through, but.
It's a nice way to put it, Coach.
No,
hugged a
no
little
call.
bit. Key Insurance 3rd down here. Again, can the Argos this time get off the field as they'll dig in? We'll get the Argos defensive starters for you in a second. Man comes in motion across the set. It is Yates, their most dangerous receiver. The rush is all up the middle. Dumps it off across. Has one of his tight ends, I believe, right there. It is Jared Newborn. Wide receiver, actually, 5'10", 200. Good size guy right out to midfield, so a gain of 8.
Yeah, Argos elected to bring some pressure on that 3rd down and just couldn't quite get there. And another one of those little late crossers there, like the Argos ran on the goal line.
A lot of pressure up the middle, Coach, and so they really don't have that outside containment right now. First down, midfield. Into Argo territory. Xavier Turner-Knox just runs over somebody at the line of scrimmage. That's that size at running back as he picks up 6 after putting his head down.
Yeah, hard run there, a little simple zone play. Argos brought a little pressure right into that.
You can kind of see what the game plan is going to be for Coach Socia and company is they're going to use that big running game and then kind of throw off of that action. So 2nd and 4. Let this big offensive line work. Tight end comes in motion across the set. Argos with that 4-3 defense Coach Connor likes. Turner-Knox is going to get near the first down. They'll say he was a yard short. Gets to the 41 before he's chopped down there. Gain of 3. 3rd and 1 coming up.
Extra tight into the game, tight end into the game for the Bears here.
Argos will rotate Lorenzo Payne at one defensive end, Colin Shaw at the other. 2 really talented guys. Shaw picked all GSC preseason. Juice Williams back at one defensive tackle, Kevin Roberts at the other, but you're going to see a lot of different bodies. Walker Robinson, Kobe Clinton at those linebacker positions, along with Warren Conway, a new face. And there it is again. Too much size up front. They're just able to push inside the Argos 40 down to the 38-yard line. It's enough for the first down, gain of 3.
Yeah, another just good low run there by Xavier Turner-Knox. A little inside zone, they're just kind of washing that off defensive line and then winding it right back there on the same side of the back.
Stringing together first down after first down. That's the 3rd one here on this possession as they're already down inside the Argos 40. Back to pass. Robinson looks out to his right, has a man. Bobbled a little bit, but then Newsom's all over the receiver. Really nice job of limiting any yards after catch. Dom Marshall makes the catch. Transfer in from Kennesaw State. And really not a lot of experience outside of Songa Yates for a lot of these receivers. Not a lot of numbers, but there's some talent out there. That's a nice pickup on first down inside the Argo 35 down to the 33-yard line. Gain of 5.
Yeah, Bears had just a little 3-by-1 concept there. Sold up that X receiver. Saw a little cushion, took the hitch.
Robinson sets up in the gun. Looking to his right. Now comes back the other way. He'll dump it to Turner-Knox. He's going to make the first man miss. gets hit around the ankles, but that size, Coach, he just falls forward for some extra yards. It was a decent job of getting up there by Tyrell Marshall from his cornerback position. But corners don't like seeing running backs of that size.
No, they don't. They don't like the big people usually. But, yeah, 2 or 3 Argos there taking shots. Finally got him down, but not after he snuck ahead for a couple extra yards.
Limited to a gain of 2, so it brings up a 3rd and 3. This would be a big opportunity to snuff this drive out here if the Argos can get something done. They'll go to Knox. They get him in the backfield this time, and that's one thing about big running backs. If they don't get the motor running, Juice Williams gets to him before he can really get that energy downhill, and they cut him short.
Yeah, absolutely. A really good penetration there by that Argo front, and got in the backfield. Big tackle for loss there by the Argo defensive line.
This is a team last year that specialized in this area, Coach. These TFLs, loss of 1 on the play. They were amongst the leaders in the nation all year last year, the Argos, in that category. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 4. This is a huge play early in a game.
It is.
But I think Lenoir-Rhyne, after that costly turnover that led to an Argo touchdown to open the game, feels like they got to answer. Robinson back to pass. He fires. That's a great catch, and they're going to say he was across the line. But I thought that ball might pop loose. Yeah. It does not. Zion Agnew makes the catch, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, well, Argos playing aggressive, playing some man coverage there. And the Bears going with a little quick slant concept.
Gain of 5 down to the 27-yard line, 1st down. So the drive continues. Impressed so far with Kamani Robinson.
I'm not sure. Is this?
Kamani Robinson sets up shop here on offense. Looks out to his right. He's got pressure coming. Tony Newsom was right there. Big hit. Cody. It's Kobe Clinton, coming flying in there. I'm so used to Cody Lowe. Yeah. I tell you what, I thought Newsom was going to knock the pass down. Robinson got it around his hands somehow, but that's a great tackle by Clinton over there. Stifles that really to no gain on the play, bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good stop there by the Argos.
This is going to be play number 15 on this opening offensive possession for the Bears. Is there
long drive here for the Bears to start this first offensive series.
Chewing up some clock. A little bit of that jet sweep, which is a Lenoir-Rhyne trait, but no, thank you. Jumping right in there. That's Warren Conway.
Conway, great job being aggressive on the perimeter there. That's how you got to shut that fly sweep down. You got to get up there and set an edge and force that ball back up inside.
Loss of 3 on the play. Headline.
Coach, we got to do the broadcast. We can't do that, all right?
Kamani Robinson in the gun. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Back to pass. Got pressure in his face. They're going to get to him. Big Kevin Roberts, first sack of the season. That pressure's been coming up the middle, Coach. This time they get home.
There it was. Argos did a good job. They brought some extra guys, did a good job of collapsing the pocket, and Robinson just held on to it for too long, didn't like what he saw, and paid the price.
Yeah, that's one of those where you just kind of have to eat the football. You hope you don't lose 8 yards on the play, but they do on this one. So it brings up a 4th down. It's going to set up a punting situation. Daniel Deneen will step in out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or is it Simmons, actually? Trying to see which number.
Out there quickly to get set up, but was missing a guy.
Stuart Simmons is actually punting, averaged 40 yards a punt last year. Gets a nice high kick. Tony Newsom will drift under it. Fair catch inside the 15, but that's a nice stand-up by the Argos offense.
Huge. Usually those long drives result in points, and big finish there for the Argos.
That forces a punt. We'll take a break. We'll take a timeout here as the Argos will get the football. You're watching Argo football on Flow Sports and ESPN Pensacola.
Caldwell Architects brings creative and thoughtful design solutions to the conception and development of every project. As active members of our community, we understand the important role that buildings and spaces play and the people whose lives are impacted by every project we do. Caldwell Architects delivers state-of-the-art, efficient, and effective designs to solve real-world challenges. Let us help make your vision a success.
Sports fans. We pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
The punt as the Argos stop a 16-play, 37-yard Lenoir-Rhyne drive in which they picked up 4 first down, but the defense jumps in there at the end, big sack to force the punt. Now the Argos will take over at their own 14-yard line. They got a lot of ways to go, but nice job by that defense of getting off the field.
That's unbelievable. Only 37 yards on 16 plays. That's not something you see all the time.
Stokes back to pass on first down, finds a man, makes him miss. That's Corey Scott.
Oh, man. Corey Scott looking natural out there on the quick game right there.
GSC co-freshman offensive player of the year.
Man, he showed why right there. Great job, little quick snag route, caught it, little okey-doke, and picked up an extra for the first down. Great play.
Gain of 14. Ball out, actually 15 out to the 29-yard line. So nice quick hit from Stokes to Scott. They were developing that connection last season, both young players for the Argos, and they'll move some receivers around. Single back on the left shoulder of Marcus Stokes. Marcus, bigger and stronger this year, and he's looking to show the arm off. He's got a man if he can get it there. Tyree Holloway's got it, and Tyree Holloway scores. Touchdown Argos. The big play is back. Pete Shinnick would be so happy.
He would. That was Pete Shinnick would be loving that. That was a shot. Nice little unbalanced formations, 2 of them back-to-back there by the Argos. Nice little play action. Stokes, great ball down the field. Hit the receiver in stride. That was a big throw.
Huge throw right there, and I'll tell you what, we are so glad to have Tyree Holloway back. Transferred here from Shawan after having an all-conference type year up there.
Yeah.
Punctures a lung in the game at Grand Valley last year. That tough loss the Argos had.
Scary.
Missed the entire rest of the season, so I know he's thrilled. You may remember his name. When Shawan came here 2 years ago, he had a huge touchdown catch. Their one big play in the game is that, we're gonna run the old okie dokie, or something happened with the snap there, and we got the holder throwing a left-handed pass. That's never what you want to see. There's flags down on the field because I'm sure guys left when they shouldn't have left. And we'll see what the call is coming in. Coach Nobles is coming over and having a chat with his crew. And actually, they're going to stay on the field. So something happened that's going to give the Argos another shot at this. So wipe all that away as I was talking and that happened. Yep. We'll try it again.
That looked like my 3rd and 4th grade flag football team out there after that dead play.
71 yards. It's going to be a 2-play, 71-yard drive. Didn't take a whole lot of time off the clock. In fact, less than a minute. Illegal substitution is the call. I'm here next to me, so the Argos get another chance to do this. And you know what? They said, we're moving closer. We'll send Stokes out there.
Yeah.
And the offense, let's just go for 2 and try to make it 15 points.
I like it. You're playing with house money right now. You got an extra possession. Only a yard and a half. Let's go get this.
3:29 left here. Argos up 13-0. They'll go for 2. They'll pull it. No, they'll hand it to T.J. Lane, and he strolls in. I don't think anybody touched T.J. on that one. The 2-point conversion
got the big
is good.
package in right there. Ran a little power play, and find a nice little cutback.
I don't know if we're still calling that Buffalo, but I did like that last year when that was the big
Buffalo.
package. But they get it done. Huge play. Marcus Stokes to Tyree Holloway, and now the Argos 2 touchdowns, 2 possessions, 2 touchdown passes. We were talking about in the pregame, would Marcus make the next step? We'll talk about it on the other side of the break. We'll break with the 2 teams. This is Argo football on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Caldwell Architects brings creative and thoughtful design solutions to the conception and development of every project. As active members of our community, we understand the important role that buildings and spaces play and the people whose lives are impacted by every project we do. Caldwell Architects delivers state-of-the-art, efficient, and effective designs to solve real-world challenges. Let us help make your vision a success.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
We don't have to go too deep into the story, but Marcus Stokes was a highly recruited young man coming out of high school, and he has shown you every bit of why here in this game so far as he's off to a hot start. 3 of 5 for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns and 2 possessions. 71 of those coming on that last drive.
Yeah, not a bad start to the first quarter.
As he hits Tyree Holloway on the big touchdown pass. Tyler Patterson set to kick this one off. Yates is back there on the return.
They're going to try to bring
and it's going to be Yates taking it inside his own 10. Cuts it to the right, across the 20 to the 25. Makes somebody miss, cuts it back across. They'll get him down, but a flag has flown in. We'll wait on that call. And while we do, let's check in more on Tyree Holloway with Camille Clark down on the sideline.
Number 9, Tyree Holloway's first touchdown since returning from injury on the pass from Marcus Stokes. Clear excitement from both players on the sideline, holding up a wrestling belt, celebrating. His teammates, the coaches, all giving him high fives as they're excited to see him back on the field this season. Thanks, Will.
Thank you, Camille. Holding is the call, so nullify some of that nice return by Yates as the ball was out to the 35. We'll see where they spot this thing after they mark it off down to the 20, so they're going to start a little deeper in their own end. And I was impressed, Coach, with the drive Lenoir-Rhyne put together last time before the Argo defense stood up. And just let's give everybody a little taste of this. We were talking about how big the guys up front are.
Yeah.
Paris Smith at left tackle, 6'7", 350. Justin Blue at left guard, 6'3", 340. Chris Wainer at the center, 6'4", 315. Ryan Wetzel, 6'5", 300 at right guard, and the right tackle, 6'5", 300, Rubens Joseph. You're not going to find many D2 teams that are 300 across the board, but a 6'7", 350, a 340, and there are NFL teams that would like that size.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big front for sure, no question.
L.J. Turner, I believe, is the running back in there with Robinson. Now they'll go to Turner, and he's got nowhere to go. He spins off 2 tackles before the Argos gang tackle him. That's what we saw from this Argo defensive unit last year. A lot of bodies around the football.
Yeah, they play aggressive. They're going to take away the run. They're going to pressure you when you pass, and they're smothering.
Colin Shaw, my guy, in there. We're going to hear from Colin at halftime. I got to sit down with Colin to do an interview, talk about his outlook for the season. Stopped as a no gain as the ball remains at the 20, so it's 2nd and 10. Robinson with that 0 protection in there. No running back there with him. They'll go with 5 wideouts. He's looking to throw. Argos drop into coverage. He finds a man underneath. Nice job of getting to the football quickly as Walker Robinson, but it's out near the first down. I think they're going to mark him about a half yard short.
Yep, I think you're right, Coach.
Really nice job. Nice route by Yates, and Robinson did a nice job of delivering the football right there, so give him 9, 2nd and 1 from the 29-yard line. Oh, big pressure coming, and Robinson takes a massive hit from Colby Taylor. This is a kid who transferred in from Newberry College, Coach, a graduate student, had 14.5 TFLs last year up at Newberry, a team that we unfortunately know well as well as we lost them in the playoffs back in 21.
Yeah, he came clean off the edge, and he made Robinson pay right there.
They'll go tempo here on 4th and half a yard. This is a big call from your own 29 early in a football game, but you're down 15-0 already. I think Coach Socha feels like you got to put all your chips in. Now they'll step away. Are they really going to do this or not? I'm sensing that they may take a timeout. I can see the coach's posture. I've seen this before. Yeah, they want to talk this one over, Coach. What would you do right here?
Yeah,
Coach
I think
Shue?
you got to.
Are you going for it?
You got to punt it. They're obviously trying to draw them offside, see if they can get a cheap one on 4th and 1. But Argos didn't bite, and Lenor Ryan had to burn a timeout right there.
Heck of a play by Colby Taylor flying in there to make that hit on the quarterback. And I'll tell you what, those are the kind of hits. I mean, a quarterback where you are no protection, you're throwing the football, it's face-to-face. That can be really tough. Yep. Taylor's going to play in there. Eli Webb's going to play on that defensive line. Tony Newsome, here's the nice stack up earlier on L.J. Turner. L.J. Turner's the kid that played at Catawba last year, Coach, before transferring to Lenoir-Rhyne. Had a Catawba record more than 1,200 yards in 8 games before he got hurt. Heck of a running back, but the Argos have stacked him up really well. So set to punt again. Stuart Simmons steps in to punt. Last time pinned the Argos inside their 20. This time gets off a nice one. It's wobbly, but it's going to drive Tony Newsome back. Newsome makes a nice catch. No fair catch. That's a tough one. But he gets it at the 30-yard line. The Argos will start there with 1:57.
They have a big punt right there.
That was nice. One big difference from last year's team. And we'll talk about some of the guys that have gone on to other places and other things. One of those, and you and I were talking about this last night, Virgil Lemons was the most electric punt returner in Division II football last year. He's no longer with us. Every time you kicked to him, you weren't sure what was going to happen. He had some of the most exciting returns last year I've ever seen.
He did, man. He was huge. You really lose 2 guys when you lose a guy like that, because you lose a punt returner, you lose a defensive player. Yeah, the Argos have had a little bit of a history of some pretty good punt returners.
Dave Durden in there. You've had some others through the years as well. This got a hold call on this one, so it's going to back it up to the 20-yard line. So the Argos will start from there after the penalty. Fondly recalling, speaking of returns and speaking of Lenoir-Rhyne, let's just shout out now to Marcus Clayton.
That's right.
One of our favorites, and his program first touchdown kick return that really probably was the difference in that football game. There were a lot of great plays in that game, but that may have won a national championship, even though it wasn't in the championship game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stokes brings the offense back out. They'll run on first down. Big hole. Jay Sharp is through it. Across the 30, 35, to the 40. He's got a block or two. Jay Sharp out to midfield. Gain of about 30. I think they're going to give him 29. Say he stepped out at the 49. Big run by Jay Sharp.
Yeah, he got up to that 3rd level, and that safety missed inside, which lost contained for that defense, and he was able to pop that big.
Jay Sharp can definitely dance around. Limited a little bit last year in the number of opportunities, but he and TJ Leonard can get the bulk of the work here. Stokes is going to dump it. Finds a receiver out near the 50 into Lenoir-Rhyne territory. It's not easy to say that at all. And that's a great catch. There's our big guy, Javon Swinton. Had some nice games last year. The big fella, 6'2", is an easy target to find, and the Argos are quickly into Bear territory.
Yeah, the Argos have some good length. A bunch of guys over 6 foot at receiver. Coach Nobles likes those long receivers. Feels like he gives them a bigger target, bigger margin for error for those quarterbacks. Coach Nobles being a former quarterback.
Give him the first down, actually. Give him a gain of 10 to the 41. So back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs, and the Argos go back to it. Quick out to Swinton. He's got a block in front of him. It's Corey Scott. Nice job. And they're going to pick up. Actually, it was 2nd and 1. Excuse me. They did not give him the first down at the 41, but that'll pick up the first down.
Good choice by Stokes right there, seeing a little cushion into the boundary, and Argos with a good call, a little now screen as they call it.
So the Argos move this thing down to the 36-yard line, and it's going to be a first down there. Nice gain of 6. 5 or 6 on that one, as we're inside a minute left here in the quarter. Stokes takes it, pulls it out of Sharp's belly, fires it over here. That's Corey Scott. He's got big guys out in front of him, and Corey Scott's going to get to the, I thought he was going to score. They chop him down at the 1. But how about the convoy out in front of him? You had Levi Johnson deep down the field running down there. You had Jabari Edwards, the center. When your center is lead blocking for a wide receiver screen, you know you got some athleticism
trying to get
front.
his picture in the PNJ. You know, he knew they were about to score. And look at that. Look at the big fellas.
No, I don't mind seeing that at all. Now, you may need some oxygen for him after that play. Down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal to go there. Clock is under 10 seconds in the quarter. Do they snap it? Yes, they do. They'll hand it off. No. Stokes keeps it. Easy one. The naked bootleg.
Wow.
Marcus Stokes scores, and the Argos are up 3 scores.
Wow, this one kind of quickly getting out of hand. The Argos are really putting it on the Bears here to start it.
No doubt about that. I mean, we were wondering, this is a top 20 game. Now, obviously coming into a season, you're never quite sure what anybody has, but how about that play? Beautifully executed by the QB.
Great.
Pulls it out at the last second and then gives it that little kick step in there. And I'll tell you what, he may dedicate that one, Marcus Stokes, to his brother Lucas Stokes. Turned 15 today. He's sitting down there with the Stokes family. So happy birthday, Lucas. Your brother just gave you a present. Uh-oh. This time it's a bobble snap. How about your holder? He almost got in there. He almost turned the corner and took it in there. Michael Shine, the punter who transferred from Mississippi College, already tried a left-handed pass on a play that was nullified by a penalty. That brings us to our quarter break. We'll take it with the two teams. Hey, they have 2-point conversion. It all works out. 21-0 is our score. We'll break here on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports. Argos on top. This game is moving, it's cooking. I like it.
And it is, yeah.
I like that. I'm a fan.
Golfers winning a championship. Fans turn their attention to the field as we recognize the 2025 WWF Men's Golf Team. This past week, the team won the 2025 NCAA Division National Championship. This is the team's 3rd national championship in program history. The Argos face the #1 nationally ranked team, Colorado Christian, in the final match into the playoff bowl to claim the national championship. Let's get a round of applause for the players on last season's roster. Jack Carter, Nicholas Dimitrov, Harry England, Eddie Lee, Mason Menville, Max Page, Trey Rouse, Preston Summers, Cooper Tindick, T.J. Thompson, Ethan Ulverzak, and Fabian Winterlong. Congratulations again to the 2025 men's golf national champion.
With you here in Pensacola, Florida on Flow Sports and ESPN Pensacola. I'm Will Kennedy. Coach Kyle Shoemaker alongside. 21-0 Argos is our score. Top 20 matchup in the country. The Argos are making a statement, ranked 8th in one poll, in the teens in the other, and I would say the alert is out, right?
Absolutely, and it's not like Lenoir-Rhyne has been playing bad football. I mean, they're, big turnovers start the game, but the Argos, have put together a couple good drives, had some really big plays. They've been executing really well, which is, great to see in a Week 1 game.
Flying around on defense, really hitting hard, kind of cranked that up after holding that into that first drive where it looked like Lenoir-Rhyne may go down and score.
Yeah.
They were able to snuff that out, and since then they've really been playing some dominant defensive football. And the offense, big plays. Marcus Stokes looks sharp. By the way, during the timeout at the end of the quarter, honoring the men's golf team, Coach Steve Fell, another national championship, D2 national champs last year. Second for him, 11th overall sports national championship for this program as Tyler Patterson booms one deep. Yates will take it at his own 2. Got a little bit of a seam up the right side, dances away from a couple guys. They'll finally wrestle him down, but that's going to be about a 40-yard return. Nice job by that young man who I mentioned is one of the better kick returners in the country.
Yeah. Lenoir-Rhyne opened a little bit of a seam up right there, and some big hits been happening on this kickoff return battle here between the Bears and the Argonauts. Not something you see as much of now with all the NFL new rules and stuff. It's kind of refreshing to see some.
Do you see college going to that at some point?
I'm sure they probably will. They seem to always kind of tag along maybe a couple years after the NFL does those types of things. So
you say that, but then the 2 feet in bounds and the PI thing that they never change.
That's
and I'm like,
true.
so maybe they will keep it around. Who knows?
Yep.
Kamani Robinson's set to step in here. Got to find some offense, get something going. He'll pull it out of the running back's belly. He's going to go back to Turner and on a screen. He's got some room to run into Argo territory. He's going to be wrestled out of bounds by Walker Robinson. That's a nice play to get this drive going.
Hit the check down there, and Argos left a little space out there on the backside. Good pursuit, just a lot of space in front of him.
One of those you can't cover everything type things, but I know that's going to have some coaches over here less than happy.
That's right. Coach Connor does not get excited when they give up any yards.
Yeah, first downs are not in his playbook. Little run inside. Nice job by the Argos of getting in there, trying to see who's got. It looks like it may be getting an arm in there is Adam Aiken, back up at defensive end. Transfer from St. Augustine College out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Does a nice job of getting Turner to the ground on a short gain of about 1. I'd say that brings up either a 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8. Official spot is right there at the 45, so we'll call it 2nd and 9. Robinson looking to his right, throws, got a defender right there. That was almost like a jump ball in basketball, and it's a nice grab right there by Marshall.
Yeah, Robinson with the dart there on the quick game.
He's got
good rally and tackle there by the Argo defense.
He's got a little bit of that little sidearm throwing motion. It puts a little bit of zip on the football, but it's a little different release. And you can see the replay here. He really gets it in there quick. And that's that big body on the receiver of just being able to wall off the DB. It brings up a 3rd and 1 from the 37. They'll pull it. Robinson's going to run the boot out to the side. He's going to get the first down, get out of bounds around the Argo 30. Nice drive cooking here for Lenoir-Rhyne. And Coach Connor will run some bodies in and out. Eli Webb coming on the field. And we're already going deep. This is what I love. We're already going deep into the roster for the Argos on that D line. Antoine Hampton will come into the game, number 91 as well. First down and 10 from the 30. Gain of 7 on the run by Robinson for the first down. He's looking to his right, looking to a receiver. He's got Marshall there if he can hit him. Marshall pushes off on the DB and falls down doing it. We call that karma.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hand fight out there, physical, but no flag, and we go to play another one here.
That was clearly one where the receiver, put the push in, and the official could have thrown the flag, but it didn't. It ends up being an incompletion.
Yeah.
So that brings up a second down and 10 from the 30.
Argos have been pretty blanketish down the field so far. I don't know.
They got that one-on-one coverage they were looking for. Turner goes into the middle of the line, nothing doing. This Argo defense, especially up the gut, giving up nothing. And as I don't know if Kobe Clinton, if he's celebrating, but it almost looked like he was at the referee doing it. You got to be careful with that one.
Yeah, I was thinking that you're saying it. I was like, man, is he talking to the ref right there?
I'm assuming not, because
you can't talk to the other team.
Usually a flag comes out.
Yours, but
now if he's saying you're doing a great job, I love you, that's a whole different
it looked
thing.
Like that's what his body language was.
Big 3rd and 9 right here. Robinson looks over the defense, takes his time. He's looking to pass. Pressure's coming. They get to him, but they can't get him on the ground. They're flushing him out of the pocket. He's going to have to throw across his body. Almost picked off. That's a dangerous throw right there.
Yeah, Argos playing some man, but putting a little spy on the quarterback there on Robinson. He's shown he's dangerous enough with his legs, and you got to account for him.
When you've got a right-handed, they're going to go field goal here, it looks like. Wow, it's going to be a long one, folks. Out at the 36, it'll be a 46-yarder. They do have a good kicker, Daniel Deneen. Last year, 10 of 16, had a long of 47, so this is at the edge of his range. We'll see if he can get some points on the board here. And after the kick, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and talk to Camille Clark. She's got one of the golfers from the national championship team down there. Snap is good. The kick is up. It is no good. Wide right on that one. So the Argos are going to get the football when we come back, but we'll take a break right here as the Argos are on top, 21-0 on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Greek mythology, Argonauts were driven adventurers, forged by challenges they overcame. At the University of West Florida, our Argos embody that same bold and unrelenting spirit. Just a short drive from the beach, you can thrive at the forefront of innovation, learning from world-class faculty dedicated to your success. Get ready to chart your own course. Find your next adventure at uwf.edu.
From affordable home equity lines and home loans to high-yield checking that pays 5.05% APY, Pen Air combines innovative banking with a commitment to our community. Pen Air Credit Union. Join us.
Is Whataburger's new Bacon Wrangler Double the most Texas burger ever? Well, it's got beef that's never from the freezer, always hot off the grill. Crispy onion strings, blue bonnets, football, Monterey Jack and American cheese, rodeos, chipotle aioli, big open roads, stars at night, pickles, honky-tonks and bacon with a pinch of yee-haw. The new Bacon Wrangler Double is the Texiest Texas thing ever to Texas. What a burger.
Circle K's new free Inner Circle membership program makes filling up rewarding with everyday fuel discounts every fill-up. Make life a little easier. Start saving on fuel now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free. Circle K's new free Inner Circle membership program rewards you for loving all your favorites with delicious deals and personalized perks. Make life a little easier. Start saving on your favorite food and drinks now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free.
21-0 Argos is our score. Let's go down to Camille Clark. She's talking to one of the national champion golfers. Camille? All right, we'll go to Camille. We'll try to check with Camille later. Big play right there as Marcus Stokes continues. It finds Corey Scott. They're into Lenoir-Rhyne territory to the Lenoir-Rhyne 35-yard line, so that's a huge gain right there. Give them, as they're kind of setting and looking over here, so.
Yeah, good little bootleg play right there. Argos getting the ball to Corey Scott. He's been able to make a couple things happen with his feet after the catch, which has been fun to watch.
36 yards on that reception, and those yards after catch. The old yak is great. Stokes back again. Great protection. Fires over there. Oh, what a grab, and then he drops it up in the air, kind of behind him a little bit, hanging in the air. And that was Trevon Durden. Sorry, I was trying to see if it was 1 or 9, but nice athletic attempt at it.
Acrobatic right there. Yeah.
He's going to beat himself up that he didn't catch it because that's the highlight one. That's the one you're going to show on. You know who that reminded me of? A good friend of ours, young Quentin Randolph.
Yeah,
used to go up in the air and make. Sometimes I'd swear Q was making the catch look harder than it had to be.
That looked like what it was right there.
Stokes will hand off. Little inside action. TJ Lane to the right. Going to pick up some positive yards. He's going to set up a 3rd and long. But when you take the deep shot on 1st down, sometimes you have to deal with that on 3rd. See, we'll give him a gain of about 3. 3rd and 7 coming our way. And they'll look over. Lane will stay in the backfield. You got Corey Scott split out here right. 2 receivers bunched up top. One of those being Quinn Seeger, transferred in from Assumption, waiting to see his first catch of the season. He's a good kick returner as well, but he's kind of that possession receiver. He's got some big shoes to live up to there. Speaking of that era, Q and Tate, old Tate Latio.
That's right.
Stokes back to pass. He's firing it up. He's got a man. Hits Corey Scott. Scott kind of loses his footing, but it's a 1st down inside the 20. And right now, Marcus Stokes is putting balls on everybody.
He is, man. He seems to have taken a little bit of a liking to Corey Scott here. and I don't blame him. He's been active after he's caught the ball for sure.
13 yards on the throw and catch. And we've got inside the red zone, so the Argos are threatening once again. Stokes looks it over.
0 look here by the
pressure coming. They pull him in. They're going to go screen, but they snuff that out quickly. I thought that was going to work because you had all that pressure coming, but nice job.
You and I were thinking the same thing, Coach. Yeah, looked like they did bring some pressure. They happened to hug that backup right there, but
nice job.
If he would have got through, that would have been maybe a score.
Ben Watson got in there, I believe. The middle linebacker, yeah, he kind of rolls out, and it's just, he almost got knocked down into the play. The defenders that got in there also getting a hand in on that one was Quincy Smith, one of the backup nose tackles. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 12 as you lose 2 on that play. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out. That pass dumped, and unfortunately, you can see Corey Scott slip. The turf is a little loose, it looks like here.
Yeah. Good read by Stokes. He had the option to hand it off or pull it there, and that little shoot route was open. It was just a touch off, and Corey Scott slipped and fell there after the catch.
Get back to the original line of scrimmage here. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10, maybe 3rd and 11. They mark him a little short. Stokes will look in. Comes to the sideline, checking on a check of the play. 3 receivers out here, near side of the field towards the Argos sideline. It's empty up top, and Lane stays in the backfield off Stokes' right shoulder. Lane will flare out a little screen. Can he get away from the big defender heading his way? Almost. Let's see where they mark him out. It's going to be just outside the 10-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2. I would imagine we're going for it.
Let's see. He's going to go for the field goal.
He sends out the unit.
Turn it into a 4-score game instead of 3.
We talked to the preseason coach. He kind of said, with the struggles we had in the kicking game last year, it's going to have to be in this range. You'd go for it if it was going to be anything outside of about a 30-yarder. So
gotcha.
Opportunity right here to put up the first kick of the season. And it'll be the freshman in there. And now they're going to run up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I thought they might. Coach Nobles is shaking his head. Something was not executed the way he wanted right there.
And the Argos will take a timeout.
I thought the Bears took that timeout. I thought, man, that's some good gamesmanship there by UWF.
We've got a timeout. I guess we'll hold it here. And if Camille is ready, if we can let Camille know that we'll come down to her. Camille still got her interview down there. Let's go to Camille Clark down on the sideline. We will check in with Camille after the field goal. I can't communicate directly with Camille, so we're having to work through several channels. For those that don't know, we'll reset the story for them. We have a press box, but it's not really a press box, so we don't have all the wiring that you would need to have kind of the communication for me in the control room. So, hey, play along with us here.
Yeah, one day we'll get there.
We're working on it. Yes, we'll talk about the stadium a little bit later, but this is going to be Brogan Weber out of Jupiter, Florida. It's going to be his first collegiate field goal attempt, and we'll set up shop right here at the 19-yard line, so a 29-yarder right in that 30-yard range. This kid was a really good kicker in high school. Got a chance to talk with him and his family on his visit last year. I know he's excited to get this opportunity. Snap is down. Don Vellante puts it down, and it's up and good. We're back, baby.
We are back.
Argos get it through. 24-0 is our score. We'll take a break here. Argos on top on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Day-to-day activities while experiencing joint pain is tough. Andrews makes it better. Our team will create a plan of care just for you to help you regain mobility and reduce discomfort. From diagnosis to treatment to rehabilitation, let Andrews make it better.
If you're thirsting for It's Only Tuesday, that meeting should have been an email, and really need something to go your way level of refreshment, we definitely have that. When you're feeling the heat, Circle K makes your day.
Back with you, 24-0 is our score. Let's go down to Camille Clark on the sideline while we get set to kick off here. She's got one of our national championship garfels. Camille?
All right, thanks, Will. I'm here with Cooper. Cooper won the GSC and national championship with men's golf this year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you just let us know what went into that win and how it feels to come home with 2 championships?
Yeah, just a lot of hard work on and off the course. We put in a ton of work at the course and then off the course in the gym with Coach Rank. It was our 3rd conference in a row, and then nationals, just surreal, a lifetime moment for all of us. So.
Yeah, and then what can we expect going into this year?
Another natty. I mean, we got 4 guys returning. We got 6 freshmen. They're all capable of getting to the level we're at. So I think another natty is what we're looking forward to.
All right, thank you.
Of course, thank you guys.
Thank you, Camille. Tyler Patterson booms that one out of the back of the end zone. So there's the first touchback of the season after the first field goal of the season. Coach, we were saying efficiency. 4 possessions, 4 scores for the Argos. That's not bad at all. This is an offense.
That's about as efficient as it gets. I mean, I guess you can get one more touchdown, but you can't be mad if you're scoring every drive.
This is an offense last year, looking at it here, Coach, that really they weren't as far as the national average. Outside of scoring, they were in the 60s, 70s, 80s in almost every category. Yeah. I feel like they've taken the next step, at least from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, we definitely relied on our defense a little bit more than our offense last year. Not that our offense was bad.
Oh, first play. Argos stretched this one out to the side and forced the incompletion. Now you can feel the defense really starting to feed off what the offense is doing and vice versa.
Yeah.
And if that happens, teams can do some really special things.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're down 24-0, then you start pressing, you start making mistakes, and it's not what you want to be doing against that Argo defense who's so aggressive.
Walker Robinson forcing the pressure right there. Forcing that incompletion. Robinson with 4 receivers, single back in the backfield, sets up and really just trying to find something positive here. They've moved the ball at times well, and there's another little nice completion. Yates looks like he's going to get away from the first defender, but Walker Robinson's able to trip him up enough to cut that play off, but they'll get a first down. Give him the 42-yard line. So gain of 17 there, and a first down.
I haven't seen much productive down the field for the Bears so far tonight. They've taken some shots, they just haven't hit on them. Like the Argos have. That's kind of been the difference.
Back to pass. Robinson with time. They almost get to him, but he's got a man down the field. And what great coverage. Coach, you talked about the blanketing coverage of this Argo defense. They're all over that one.
They have. Sometimes they've been in one-on-one, not in that situation right there. They had 2 guys on the deep receiver, but they've been in great position all night. Which if you're getting picked on one-on-one, make sure you're in a good position. They have been.
Roderick Webb Jr. right there for that coverage on that one as the pass rush almost gets home, but got some safety help coming up the middle, but Webb was all over that, really the only guy with a real chance to catch that football. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Overload on the left side of the Lenoir-Rhyne offense. They'll run in the middle this time, get a little push, as the Argos have really bottled up the running game before that, but that'll be Turner Knox falling forward across the 40. They were at the 37. And that's going to pick up out to the 43, so gain of 6.
Big third down here for Lenor Ryan. Got to get something going here. Keep this drive alive and try to get some points on the board before the half.
Sun setting here. It's been cloudy the whole time. It's humid but not hot. The Argos have been hot, though, red hot. Nice job up front of keeping the pressure away from Robinson. He's going to run, but he's going to take a big hit. Knocked out of bounds over here on the side. And another guy who's not on my depth chart yet sliding in there to make that hit. That is number 21. And that's going to be Robert Riley, the linebacker.
They're going to bring the punt unit back out here.
Yeah, that will force a punt as that's a 4th and 2 or 4th and 3 as they're going to mark him at the 45. So just a gain of 2. And you got to punt at this point. It's not worth going here this part of the field and giving Marcus Stokes a short field like that.
Yeah. 4 for 4 with scores.
Got to run another guy out there as they were short a player. Who's counting?
Somebody is. I can hear somebody yelling.
Get close to this one. Newsom will take it inside his 20. Gets away from the first guy. Did he fumble?
Some aggressive returns here this evening.
I like that. You got to be a little bit of a gambler, right? When you're
You do, yeah. You want to be smart, but yeah, you do need to have some courage back there for sure.
When you're that guy. Marcus Stokes, here we go, Coach. 11 of 14, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns, has a rushing touchdown as well. The Argos have 34 yards on the ground, but they haven't really needed to run the football very well. Other side, how about this? They've limited what we thought was going to be a really dynamic Lenoir-Rhyne rushing offense to just 33 yards through almost 2 quarters.
Yeah, that first drive, Lenore was really doing a good job of kind of moving the ball and running the ball and picking up 6, 7, 8 yards. But since then, they really have not done much on the ground.
Argos get another bite at the apple here, starting at their own 21-yard line. A little bit of a toss action out to the side. Jay Sharp's going to get bottled up, maybe a loss on this one. Yeah, they'll mark him back to the 20. Loss of 1 on the play, so good job by this Lenoir-Rhyne defense.
Yeah, Lenoir-Rhyne bringing a little run pressure there to try to slow down this Argo attack and try to force a negative play, which they did on first down, and get these Argos behind the sticks, which they have not been able to do all evening.
You would love, I'm sure, if you're the Argo offense, to drive down the field, eat up the rest of this clock, go to the locker room with some more points on the board, and basically, for all intents and purposes, put a game to bed by halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Noble is always very aware of that clock. Good game manager, just like Coach Shinnick was.
Oh, fires it. It's picked off. He had 2 receivers there, but threw between them. We got a flag down. The return is onto the left inside the 30. Really nice job.
It looks like Stokes made the tackle.
Yeah, big man.
May have forced the fumble, but I think the Lenore player was down. So
Desmond Green gets the interception, but I'm telling you, this flag is near where the ball was intercepted.
It is, yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what the call was. I know Marcus is going to be unhappy with himself for the throw. Yeah, he just tapped his chest coming off. You can see on the broadcast saying, my bad. He really had the 2 guys over there. He was looking at Corey Scott and Javon Swinton. They were both in the same area. I don't know if that was the route that they were wanting to run. You'll see the replay here. But they were really in the same space, and I'm not quite sure. He was definitely looking for Corey Scott, just didn't get enough air on it. Nice job by Desmond Green.
Yeah.
I'm imagining this is going to be on – this is the night you're having if you're Coach Sosha. It's going to nullify the interception and the return. The Argos are going to stay out on offense.
Yeah.
So wipe the interception off your resume, Marcus. No. Interception, fumble. Marcus Stokes makes it happen.
The fumble and recovers his own interception.
He just won the Heisman. Oh, penalty at the end of it as well.
Wow.
Really nice play by Desmond Green. But let's see the end of this here on the replay. You can kind of see here.
I thought he might have hit the ground.
He comes flying in.
Anything away from Stokes.
Stokes basically, no, he came out early.
It is out.
Marcus didn't really hit him. He may have clipped his ankle. I think the guy was trying to cut back, and the ball just got loose on him.
Right.
So
he got scared of Stokes.
So technically, this becomes a new possession. And the ball at the 30 for the Argos.
That's got to be – there's probably not many people out there who've thrown an interception and gotten a fumble recovery on the same – forced a fumble and gotten a
big run, big hole out across the 40 to the 50. That's Jay Sharp, and he's going to pick up 20-plus on that run, and the Argos instantly kick it right back into gear.
Yeah. Not the life you want to breathe back into this Argo offense. That's a morale killer right there if you're the Bears defense right now.
You dodged a bullet, no doubt about it, and you go out and pick up 22 on the next play. INT, fumble recovery by the Argos, and they get the football back. 3:12 left in the first half. Argos up 24-0 for the radio audience out there, and looking for more points here. They'll hand it off. Sharp with another hole. Puts his head down. Runs through some defenders. He's going to get another first down. Inside the 40 of Lenoir-Rhyne. Down to about the 38. Looks like he got just the number he needed. Gain of 10. First down. Nope, they're going to say short. Why do they do this?
I like a nice little.
Just give
this. Take a shot.
Give him the first down.
But I guess the other side of that is milk the clock. Don't give them another possession. Try to score before the half.
You're going to run it down. We do have the 2-minute warning timeout coming our way here. So maybe you run a play, then you take the 2-minute warning, talk about it, and kick that offense into gear.
I like it. Just go up top here and take a shot down the field.
They will. Throws a little slant, but misses his receiver. And now you can run another play before the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
And it's 3rd and half a yard, so.
That's right. What do we call it in college now? The 2-minute timeout.
Yeah.
We don't call it the 2-minute warning.
2 minute. Is that trademarked by the NFL?
God
we
forbid
can't
we
say
call it
that.
The 2-minute warning.
We're not allowed. Somebody needs to plug the lights on in the press box.
I was just thinking
I'm
the
going to
same
need
thing.
that.
It'd be nice to see those guys down there got it. But
even with my glasses, I'm not quite sure.
We're still operating. All right, what do you like here, Will? A little inside zone, wind back here.
They're going to stop play before timeout before the 2-minute timeout. And Coach Noble's the universal symbol for I don't like what's happening. Arms out, gesturing towards everyone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coaches are always coaching body language, and then they're out there, doing the same thing, just like the kids.
The second timeout for the Argos in the half so far. So kind of real quick recap for you. The Argos, everything going right for this team right now.
Yeah. When you can throw an interception, force a fumble, and recover your own interception, I would say yes, everything is going right for sure.
Everything going your way, as the Argos had scored on 4 straight possessions before the interception that led to the fumble recovery. You get the football back. Now they're driving again. So continuing to put enormous amounts of pressure on Lenoir-Rhyne. Feeling for Coach Sosha and that group, because you make the long trip down here. It's a really hyped up game, and for a variety of reasons just hasn't gone your way.
Yeah.
Now 24-0 is not, it's not the end. You could go in the locker room. We've seen big comebacks. We've had big comebacks before as well. So this is a key possession, because if the Argos come out with points, even maybe a field goal, it really may put the game out of reach, barring some crazy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you feel like everything's big, but this one is really big to be able to set yourself up for the second half. Oh, a little tush push maybe coming here.
Yeah, big package, and they will. They'll put the head down and get it across. It's going to be a first down, so taking another page from the NFL.
Yeah.
And they make it happen. That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Argos will have a fresh set of downs when we come back. I don't see any flags or anything. They'll clean this up. Marcus Stokes' helmet has come off. We'll take a break right here on ESPN Pensacola Flow Sports. Argos up 24-0.
Result of the play is the first down. This is the 2-minute timeout.
Fans of all home games this year, we will have a stadium DJ. Tonight's DJ is DJ Andy D. Bring it down the house all night long. Hey, City Hills, on your average golf course. Our course offers the best greens and course conditions in the Panhandle. Book your tee time today. The bar and restaurant in City Hills are open daily for lunch and dinner. Make sure to check out our weekend brunch and bottomless mimosas. For weddings, business meetings, parties are your next big event. We offer a perfect place at Scenic Hills. Scenic Hills, open to the public. And they say go Argos! And this is last call for kids to participate. In the Argos run, you have to be 12 and under to participate and take the field. So if you want to do that, go now. Under the scoreboard is where you should be very soon.
Two minutes to go here in the first half of this one. Argos with a fresh set of downs out about the 37-38. On the move here, winding down the first half, leading 24-0 over Lenoir-Rhyne in this top 20 matchup. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you. Marcus Stokes takes it, hands it off. A little bit of dancing around in the hole, and Jay Sharp finds a sliver of space. Gets down to about the 35, gain of 2 or 3. He's going to set up a 2nd and 7.
Good, tough run there by the Argo offense. Bears brought some heat up the middle, trying to stop the run.
Up.
Not successful at all.
Here's your big guys up front. Left tackle Isaiah Walker. Left guard is Colton Beasley. Jabari Edwards the center. Travaris Edwards at right guard, and Levi Johnson out at right tackle. You'll also get Owen Draves, Levi Gould, and Kamar Epps will mix in there a little bit. They've done a nice job tonight keeping Marcus Stokes pretty clean, plus opening some holes. Here we go, second down. Stokes looks to throw. Here comes some pressure. He fires it out. He's got his man. Corey Scott gets the feet inbounds. Another nice throw and catch. And those two on their connection here just maybe short of the first down. Looks like they get to about the 28, but they're going to call it third and very short.
Man, if you're Lenor Ryan, you got to figure out a way to slow down Corey Scott. He's on fire tonight.
Yeah, I mean, other than once or twice, Marcus missed him once, and then a couple times he's kind of slipped.
Yeah.
Or he'd have an even bigger game.
I mean, he's tough to tackle in space.
How about this, Coach? 5 catches, 99 yards already. He's going to hit 100 by halftime if he gets one more.
Mm-hmm.
10 catches and 100 before we even take a break at the half. They'll go back to Sharp. Sharp's got a little room. Gets off the first tackle. If he broke the next one, he might be in the end zone. He's going to get the first down and down to the 20-yard line, gain of 8. Really nice run, Coach.
Great run right there. Good, tough run. Like a little pinball in there. Bouncing, rolling off of linemen. Good eyes on seeing the crease and the cutback there. Really nice.
Under a minute to go. Argos get back to the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers out. Single back in. They're looking to throw. Stokes steps up in the pocket, fires it probably somewhere he shouldn't have. Had some defenders there. He was looking for Corey Scott across the middle. Incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10. Yeah, that's trying to fire. You know, I like that he's looking for Corey, but sometimes what you don't want your quarterback to do. And earlier on in the game, he was spreading it around. It looks like he's looking at 3 all the time now.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to become overly dependent on one guy. You definitely want a go-to guy, but
got to be careful there. Also, that long bomb to Tyree Holloway. Javon Swinton's got 2 catches, a couple of screens to TJ Lane, including a touchdown to start the game. So he has spread it around a little bit. The bulk of the throws clearly have gone to Corey Scott. Second down. Looks to toss it. Steps up in the pocket. Fires. Has a man.
Wow.
You know what? Why not throw to Corey Scott again? Touchdown Argos.
I mean, nobody near him. They caught the Lenor Ryan defense in the seam there, playing a little cover 3. I mean, and there was nobody. Great call. They ran a little 4 verts concept out of the boundary there. And
wow.
Nicely done.
Yeah,
almost perfect right there. 37 seconds left on the clock. What did we start with? 4:26 or something like that to start that?
3:54. 3:54 after we got the ball back.
3:54.
Off the fumble, but basically it's one drive if you take away the interception.
That's right. Yep.
Weber back out to kick again. Extra point is up, and it is good, and the Argos are now up 31-0. And Coach, I believe how you described that as he was wide open.
It was wide open.
I mean, like a long, drawn-out, wide open.
Yes.
Nobody near him. That's an easy throw. And I was behind a little bit with the stats. Before that, he had 6 catches for 105, now 7 for 125 with a touchdown. Corey Scott and Marcus Stokes are angling already for GSC Offensive Players of the Week, and that's with a half of football. Stokes now 13 of 19, 230, 3 touchdowns, does have the pick, but also has run a touchdown in, so he's accounted for 4 touchdowns
and
in the
a fumble
game.
recovery.
Don't
forget, Yeah,
unbelievable.
Stokes is having that's a great night for a whole game, let alone a first half. So great job by
9 plays, 70 yards,
and credit that defense too. Goose egg to start the first half here. So
yeah, keeping that clean sheet early. And this is officially, can I say this, Coach, is it officially a blowout at this point?
Man, not what I was expecting.
Not at all.
2 ranked teams, but the Argos have looked clean. They've looked sharp. And, this is not what I expect. Not to underestimate the Argos, but just assumed it would be a little bit of a tighter game. But it has been good football.
This is speaking to me about how, and you hear this at every level, right? You got to have good quarterback play to be successful.
Yeah.
And that was really, a lot of people have been asking me in the offseason leading up to, fall camp and through fall camp, what are the Argos, what's it going to take for them to be good this year? As this kick is taken inside the 10, it's Yates again. Finds a little crease. If he could take it all the way back, that'd be huge, but he's really chopped down there. Really nice job on special teams of nullifying what could have been bigger. And who got there, Coach? That was number 26.
That was the kicker.
Was that Tyler?
Right there,
It might have been Tyler flying down there. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. So love to see that.
He's getting some high fives from the defensive guys right now. They're chest bumping him.
That was a Pat McAfee level.
That was. I like that.
Getting in there. 30 seconds left. The drive will start at the Lenoir-Rhyne 35. If I'm them, I'm handing the football off, running the clock. Let's go to the locker room.
Get out of the half here. Don't let anything extra bad happen. But I guess they're going to try to make something happen here.
Oh, they'll dump a little screen. That could have been disaster. That ball was floated. The running back got it, but there was a guy in blue right there. He could have easily
timing not really in sync there on that screen.
Maybe give him a gain of 1 or 2 or back to the line of scrimmage. No, see where the spot is. It looks like the 37, 36, gain of 1. Oh, wow. Well, you get a number 11 in there. You get a roughing the passer on Colby Taylor. Held that ball. That's a fine line thing. I mean, that really was. That's not one of those cheap shots. That's literally the quarterback's looking for the screen, so he's holding on to it.
Yeah.
And you think as a defensive lineman, I can get there.
That's right. Yeah, that really changes this drive for Lenor Ryan. I mean, now you've got 22 seconds. Ball's across the 50. You can. No,
this time they get him. Yeah, take the sack, and now the clock's running. Are they going to call a timeout? They are.
They are, and they're going to try to get some points out of this. And it's so hard to have a vertical passing game against this Argo defense because they just pressure so much. They're there, they're quick. They just don't give you any time to drop back and throw.
Gang Blue got there. I'm going to give Eli Webb that sack. Looked like he got up first off the pile and was doing more of the celebration, but it was good pressure from a gang of guys. And, I mean, Coach, when you go in the locker room at halftime for this one, what are we saying other than nice job, boys?
Yeah, you got to, I mean, it's still a new team, and you got to make sure that they keep the pedal to the metal. I think that's the message, to your team if you're a coach, and not letting those guys goof off and, lose focus in the second half. And then you got to manage that well. Hopefully, it's a home game, so you're able to dress more guys than you can bring on the road, and try to get those younger guys some reps, some guys that develop that depth. That's really what you try to do as a coach. But yeah, you got to try to keep those guys focused and try to develop your depth in the second half for sure.
Loss of 11 on the play, and now the Argos can tee off. And they hit Robinson, but he throws a great deep ball. It's caught, and if he stays on his feet, it's a touchdown. But instead, it's a big play, and it's Zion Agnew inside the Argo 10, and they got to run up here. There's 6 seconds left. As soon as they put that ball down, the clock should be running.
It is, yep. Looks like the Bears are going to take a
timeout here. So this is an interesting little test for the Argo defense here. Because, Coach, I mean, you got to imagine, you're not going to have time to kick a field goal unless you kick the field goal now. If you run a play here, that's potentially the end of the half.
Yeah.
If you don't get in.
You've got, I think that was their last timeout.
They may have one left. There's one on the board. The Argos have taken 2. That's their second. They do have one left.
Okay.
And so there's an opportunity here to run a play potentially. Yeah. But with 6.5, Coach, even a pass route with an incompletion, if you run the ball, you'd have to call it really quick and get it turned around in a hurry.
Yeah. You could run it, or you could call a timeout.
Gigantic
you
play.
You probably got time for 2 plays.
Ball is at the 6-yard line.
If you
47 yards on the throw and catch between Robinson and Agnew.
You'll probably take 2 opportunities to go to the end zone here on this.
I always thought 8 seconds I could run 2 shots.
Yeah.
6.5, you maybe have 1 play. It's got to be quick.
It's got to be quick. I think you got to try to get a touchdown out of this. Otherwise, you're kind of.
We'll see what Coach Connor does here.
A squirt gun to
they're not walking up any pressure. They're sitting back, and they're going to play some coverage. They're going to roll him out. He's going to have to throw it. High, he does. He finds a guy. Good play. Tate O'Brien is the target, and the Bears get on the board literally with zeros on the clock, and that's a huge flip of the game. I was saying it was over, but maybe not now. if you go in 31-7, you got a little bit of momentum, and all it takes is that one big play, and the coaches are heading down out of the press box. But that is not. Now the conversation may be a little different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for sure. I mean, great first half by the Argos. Really, I mean, that was a timely play by Lenoir-Rhyne, but kind of goes back to that roughing the passer. If they didn't get that ball across the 50, that was a game-changing play right there. Or, I mean, not drive-changing for sure.
Yeah, off a big sack to bounce back and hit that big play. And so the coaches now will be definitely, this will be interesting. Camille's got to grab Coach Nobles, and I think the interview was going to be a little different, different tone if it was 31-0 than 31-7. There may be a little bit more going on. I'm going to keep an eye on here and see as she grabs him heading over that way. But Marcus Stokes, again, big first half, 13-19, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, run 1 in as well. And the Argos have been really good on offense and have been great on defense until that last moment. So Camille, I see Camille setting up with Coach over there. We'll give her a second to get set. Let's go down. Camille's got Coach Nobles going to the locker room. Camille, take it away.
Thanks, Will. Coach, first, you saw success in that first half, both on offense and on the defensive side of the ball. Could you just talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, just to get our athletes in space, trying to let them go make plays, not overdo it on offense. Not a best way to end the half. We got to be better. Win in the middle late. We tied it. So excited about we're playing, but it's a full quarter game. That's a great team. We got to finish.
Yeah, and then even with that lead, just talk about what you like to see once the guys come out from halftime.
Yeah, we got to just be focused. I mean, we're coming back out and getting the ball. We got to go score, right? Give them no life. Keep our foot on the gas in 4 quarters. Play great in all 3 facets.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Go Argos.
Coach Nobles fired up going to the locker room. They got a little work to do in there, and we are going to take a break here. Argos lead 24-0 here at the half. Coming up for you after we take the commercial, we will sit down with defensive end Colin Shaw to get his outlook on the season, get to know number 8 a little bit better, and then we'll be back with you, get you ready for the second half after that. Argos feeling good. It is 30, not 24-0. It is 31-7 right now here at the half. Argos on top. This is Argo football on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
All right. See what, what? Man, I've seen a little bit of a
Beginning with the powerful drum corps favorites as step 5.
Welcome back. Halftime here of our season opener with Lenoir-Rhyne, and we've got defensive end Colin Shaw joining us now. All-conference defensive end Colin Shaw. Good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you too, Mr. Kennedy.
I know it's been a long camp, and waiting for night one, an opportunity to bring a really good football team in here and play. And what's camp been like for you guys?
It's been great this year, actually. We've had a lot of real good team community. We've been connecting all summer, and it just feels like a family. Feels like we're ready to go to war with each other.
You got some guys that you know well, obviously you've been in the trenches with, but a lot of new faces in. And unfortunately, I know on the defensive side, you lose a bunch of guys. We won't have to go through all the names. We did that in the pregame. But what's that been like incorporating in so many new guys?
It's been great seeing all the new talent that we brought in from other schools and just seeing how they fit in with our defense. It's looking real good for us, and I'm honestly not even too worried about the people who left. We got great dudes on our team here now.
What I'm hearing is if they're not with us, they're against us. Is it?
Right. I mean, hey,
they're still your boys, right?
Yeah, they're still my boys.
Coaching staff consistency, especially on the defensive side of the football. But you've got some intense guys, especially Coach Connor and Coach Mello. What's it like every day out there to practice with those guys?
It's hard love. That's like what I like to call it. I mean, yeah, they get on us a lot, but that's what makes us better, and that's what makes us so elite at the same time. So, yeah, we don't take it too personal. We just take it as constructive criticism.
For you, personal goals kind of for this year. No, as the team, you guys are ranked top 10 to start the season. You want to win the conference. You want to go to the playoffs. You want to win that ring at the end of it. Of
course.
What are you looking to accomplish? You've had a really good season last year. What's the next step?
I mean, honestly, I want it all. I want to go All-American. I want our team to make the playoffs and go to the championships and win it all. I want that ring.
Set your goals big.
Yeah,
I like it
of course.
Let's get to know a little more about Colin. Tell everybody where you're from and kind of how you wound up here at UWF.
Yeah, so I'm from Clearwater, Florida originally. I transferred here about 3 years ago from a school in Iowa called Upper Iowa University, another D2. And yeah, it's felt like family ever since I've been here.
Yeah, what was Iowa like for you? A Florida boy up there and all that corn and snow.
It was rough, I'm not gonna lie. Big culture shock. Didn't like it too much, but I knew it was what I had to do to get to a better spot, so it was worth it.
What do you want to do? What are your plans beyond football?
So after school and after football, if there is an after football, slow down. I think I'm probably gonna be a firefighter or maybe join the military, whether it's Air Force or Army.
First, you got to win some rings and try to make that next jump, right? To the NFL, make it happen. All right, appreciate your time. Colin Shaw, everybody, all-conference performer. We'll be sitting down with players throughout the course of the season. You can always follow UWF football across social media. GoArgos.com is always the spot to hit for schedule, news, and notes. And look at Colin's stats and check out all those times he makes all GSC Player of the Week and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll be back with more of our halftime coming up next.
Caldwell Architects brings creative and thoughtful design solutions to the conception and development of every project. As active members of our community, we understand the important role that buildings and spaces play and the people whose lives are impacted by every project we do. Caldwell Architects delivers state-of-the-art, efficient, and effective designs to solve real-world challenges. Let us help make your vision a success.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human. Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Back with you here at halftime. We got Devin Gibson hanging out of here, center from that 2019 National Championship team. He's just here checking it out on a Friday night. Coach, why don't you hand him the headset real quick? Just real fast.
Hey, Will, you got me?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Devin was just asking how the Russian stats look. 72 yards for Jay Sharp there in the first half, really playing pretty well. I was telling him Marcus Stokes 230 yards, thrown for 3, scored a touchdown, and then Corey Scott really doing well on the receiving side. And there's the stats from the first half. You run it for 77, thrown for 300 yards of total offense.
Oh, yeah.
As an O-lineman, you like that.
Oh, yeah, we love it. In West Florida, I mean, the game has always been to have the run complement the pass, right? I mean, you spread the field out and let's try to get 5-on-5 in the box and run the ball. So that right there is exactly what Coach Nobles is probably wanting to see.
Really, every possession the Argos score except for the one where you throw a pick but then force a fumble. So it's almost like one. That's efficiency, and you see the time of possession. I always throw away time of possession. It doesn't really matter to me if you're scoring, if you're scoring points and throwing them up on the board. And so really setting up well. We were just saying that touchdown you give up right there at the end, disappointing, right? 37 seconds left, you let them drop the field, but it almost probably brings you out of the locker room. You've been there feeling like, okay, we can't take anything for granted.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Lenoir-Rhyne's definitely got a little bit of an edge now going into the locker room. So, yeah, I mean, UWF's going to have to come out and just continue to play fast, and they will. They will. I mean, obviously, this is just it's just a really special team, you know, all the guys that are out here. And Coach Nobles built a special program. So
he kept telling me during fall camp, we're going to be pretty good. So far, so good. Here's some highlights from the first half. Adam tells me in the booth we got a couple highlights to throw your way. And, you know, right off that opening kickoff, they get the fumble, get it back. You got T.J. Lane, a little screen pass. We were noticing on some of these highlights, the offensive linemen, some of your guys getting down the field, running way down. You got to get some oxygen after some of that, but nice big deep ball. This is Tyree Holloway. Punctured a lung after fracturing a rib against Grand Valley last year, missed the whole back half of the season. He's back. It's nice to have him as a weapon, a guy who transferred in from Shawan. So the offense is flowing at this point, really cooking. And then the defense kind of starts stepping up, and you feed off each other, don't you? When one unit's playing well, the other really jumps in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're able to put points on the board and defense is able to force stops, you know, you get great field position. It just makes it easy on the offense. So, yeah, I mean, they go hand in hand, obviously, you know, special teams, offense, defense. So, and they're really all clicking right now.
There's your guys up front opening holes for Jay Sharp. We mentioned he's got 70 yards, 72 yards already. Tough running. He and T.J. Lane provide a nice little 1-2 punch, and then there's Marcus Stokes, and that's about as wide open as I'm going to get in the end zone right there. The Argos go up 31-0. They give up a score late. I got to ask you, because you were there, Coach and I were talking about it because Coach was on the staff, obviously. Lenoir-Rhyne 2019, we make that trip up there. What a great environment to play in. Hostile is a good word, right?
Yeah.
You guys got to walk through the student section. It's this old brick stadium up in Hickory for folks that haven't seen it. What a shootout that was. They got a crazy offense. Austin Reed has a great day. You guys up front have a great day. Marcus Clayton, first kick return in program history for a touchdown. That's a special game. And I said this to Coach. I said, if Marcus doesn't take that back, we don't win a national title. I mean, that was that kind of game.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was hostile is a great word to describe it. I mean, their fans didn't give us anything. But, we went in there and earned it. We earned respect, had a great game plan going into it. And yeah, I mean, like you said, it was a battle of the offenses on that one. And luckily, our defense came up with a really, really, really big stop there at the end. And, yeah, we were able to advance on that one.
Hard to believe. I mean, it boggles my mind a little bit that it's been 6 years.
I know.
Since that magic run with that team. I know you and Joe Wintrick are still close. He's on the staff here, coaching them up. But how many of the other guys do you still talk to?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit. I mean, I was at Mike Dilla's wedding a few months ago. I'm going to Dalton Simpler's wedding in a few months. Still talk to like Santone and Cliff, Riley, Matheny. I mean, all of the O-line guys. We're all pretty tight.
Great bunch of guys.
Oh yeah,
I mean, absolutely. You got some little ones now. By the way, this is a cold tryout. Devin's going to join us for a game. He's going to come and do some colors. So we appreciate you, my man. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll get you kicked off in the second half. Devin Gibson, everybody. This is Argo football up 31-7 at the half on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports. Welcome back in. Getting ready for the second half. We appreciate Devin Gibson flipping by here to talk with us at halftime. What a special group that was. Coach Shoemaker was one of the coaches on that team and that 2019 team. And so, while we're in the neighborhood, as they say, Tom Reed, Austin Reed, we already referenced Austin Reed, the quarterback on that team who's in the NFL.
The shredder himself.
With the Chicago Bears a little bit. But Tom Reed says, I got my Flow Sports subscription. Texted me before the game. We're going to be watching Argo football, rooting them on. Their daughter, Brooke, graduated from here. And the wedding he mentioned, Mike Dilla married Brooke Reed. So
there you go.
It's all in the family. It is a tight family, Coach, and it stays that way, especially when you've gone through something as magical as that championship. And Lenoir-Rhyne, that trip up there was a big part of that, along with some other ones. So
for sure,
renewing this rivalry with the team from the SAC and the Argos in the first half. I mean, this is a team last year, we said pregame, in Lenoir-Rhyne, 10-3, got to the playoffs, beat West Alabama, and advanced to the second round. Now, granted, every year brings, especially in the NIL era and the portal era, your team can look very different. And I wasn't kidding. Coach Nobles had told me, I think we're going to be pretty good. I think we got some talent, and if Marcus is better and Lyon is better, we got weapons, we got defense, and so far that has played out.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they've backed that up. Absolutely, they've 31 points. They've been looking great on defense outside of that one kind of garbage play there at the end, but they have done it well in all three phases.
What's impressed you so far? What's jumped out at you? Maybe surprised you.
I feel like Stokes has shown that he's a season older. He's made really good decisions. He doesn't look like he's really forcing things, which is really big as a quarterback. A lot of turnover on defense, and they look as aggressive and as attacking as they have. So that was kind of a big question mark in my mind. So really impressed overall thus far, for sure.
This is one of the benefits of that opening bid, and it seems like a while back, but the Argos kick to start the game, fumble on the kickoff by Lenoir-Rhyne. This one's going to get boomed into the corner of the end zone and out, so the Argos will start at the 25. But that really set up that first touchdown, and now you get the ball to start the second half, so that really was an extra possession that you've added on. The Argos have taken advantage of them so far.
And I'll say Corey Scott has been he was a good player last year, but he looks like a guy you're going to have. If you're a defensive coach,
you got a game plan?
You got a plan for him. He's a difference maker for sure, which has been evident in that first half. So
not just Marcus coming back a little bigger and stronger and better. It's other guys like Corey Scott and some on defense, and so you take advantage of that. Yes,
there we go.
Yeah, Tyree Holloway slips back out there, so the Argos bring it out. Stokes still in the backfield there, looks over to the sideline. Coach Nobles doesn't like what he sees. Are they going to have to call a timeout before the clock even rolls?
I think. Let's see if we got.
No, they'll take the delay of game here.
Yeah,
that's not good coming out of the locker room.
No, not what you want.
Not good at all. So instead of from the 25, now you're going to look at 1st and 15 from the 20. You know what I always say if I was an offensive guy, which I wasn't really not, was that's just more stats.
Yeah.
That's just more numbers I can rack up. Start a little deeper in our own end.
Yes, absolutely.
Marcus back to throw, gets it out quick, has a man over there out near the 30, dragging some defenders, so they'll pick up the penalty yards plus a little bit more.
Umpire got knocked down there. I'm not sure who he ran into. Maybe it was got sniped by the grass there perhaps, but
was that Swinton over there? I believe it was Javon Swinton with the catch, and so another catch for him and spreading that football around a little bit. Good job by Javon. Out to the 30-yard line, so nice gain of 10. And that sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run it. Got a nice hole. There's that big hole out across the 40 to the 50. Foot race is on. Deep into Lenoir-Rhyne territory. Jay Sharp having himself an evening here. No, TJ Lane. See, you can't let your running backs wear 0 and 8 for me. It's just, that's bad. I can't see. But TJ Lane, he busts out. So now Jay Sharp was cooking in the first half. Now TJ Lane busts a big one. Great job out of that offensive line.
Yeah.
You always look, right, to see is there any yellow stuff? None at all. Huge gain.
And give some credit to Trayvon Dearden there, too. Great block on getting up in the way of the safety. He got a little bit of the corner and then got up on the safety and freed that thing loose to get the explosive on that. Great blocking on the perimeter.
How about 52 yards?
That's good.
On that rumble right there. In the red zone, Argos threatening again. Stokes looks back. He's got a guy. Oh, he dropped it. There's going to be a flag there. I don't know if they're going to call offensive pass interference. They are. It's going to be on Micaiah Stevenson, the big fella, 6'5", 210. Yeah, he got his hands in there. kind of coached similar to what we saw a Lenoir-Rhyne guy do in the first half. He also did not catch the ball because he kind of fell down. This time they do throw the flag.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt the Argos a little.
You see that that arm extension there. That's what those guys are kind of looking for.
Well, that's a 15-yarder, and it's not from the spot of the foul. It goes back to the line of scrimmage. So now you're looking at 1st and 25, which is crazy.
Yeah. Still in striking distance, but that's a long, extra long way to go for a first.
So Lenoir-Rhyne 35, now the line of the scrimmage from, not quite the 35, given the 33 from the 18. As they lose 15 yards on the penalty. Argos back to pass. Here comes some pressure. Boy, he's got that arm strength done. He's got a man. Touchdown. Argos strike quickly. 15-yard penalty. Forget about it.
Yeah, the Argos, man, they saw that man coverage there. Great, great ID there by the quarterback, and they got a nice little rub there up top and wide open.
Another one to Tyree Holloway. Marcus Stokes,
right.
You're right. He just sees it early. That's beautiful, tight football.
That was a great.
And you see the open man, and it's not as easy as Marcus Stokes just made it look, right? You still got to deliver that football even if he's wide open.
Yes.
Argos come out of the locker room, a couple of hiccups with some penalties, but then right down the field, Weber will step in.
You know, Dearden was kind of the unsung hero of that drive. He helped pop that run, and then he was on that switch route right there and kind of got 2 for 1. Both the DBs picked him up and then left
Holloway
wide open there.
Push-up time for the ROTC. Argos lead 38-7. We're just barely into the second half. We'll take a break on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Day-to-day activities while experiencing joint pain is tough. Andrews makes it better. Our team will create a plan of care just for you to help you regain mobility and reduce discomfort. From diagnosis to treatment to rehabilitation, let Andrews make it better.
If you're thirsting for It's Only Tuesday, that meeting should have been an email, and really need something to go your way level of refreshment, we definitely have that. When you're feeling the heat, Circle K makes your day.
Quarter, how about 3 plays, 80 yards, 52-yard run by TJ Lane, and then Marcus Stokes, 35-yard touchdown strike to Tyree Holloway. You back up with some penalties, I think 20 yards of penalties on the drive, right? And then all of a sudden you end up with adding on to your stats. And Marcus Stokes continuing to rack up some numbers, and now you get another running back in the mix. But that's an answer, right? You give up that touchdown. We'll see what the defense does here, but the Argos not messing around coming out of halftime.
Yeah, we've been opportunistic. Like, we've driven the ball. You know, we've taken shots, but we've hit on all our shots. And you know, the only one that Lenoir-Rhyne has hit on is that one right before the half. But that's kind of been because there really hasn't been any turnovers in this game. You know, there was a back and forth one, but been the explosive. Both teams have kind of consistently moved the ball. They've all been drives stalled out by negative plays, but
they've had some issues, but we were saying at the half off the air, like Lenoir-Rhyne hasn't played poorly offensively.
No.
Now their defense hasn't been able to do much at all. That one bounces off one return man, and they're going to go ahead and it's going to be downed at the 11, I think, because it hit off a guy, went to the ground. So cannot advance a fumble, I think, on a kick return.
I don't know if somebody called fair catch or what.
What
I
they
don't
did.
really understand that one.
Well, they're marking it at the 11, so it's not a fair catch. It bounced off one guy, went to the ground. The other guy picked it up.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I do not know.
That's a first for me.
That rule right there.
Yeah, that's a different one, right? So it'll start at the 11-yard line or the 11-yard line. And last night, Delta State got the season going at home with Central Missouri, a good football team, a ranked football team, a traditional powerhouse program.
Yeah.
Beat 1-23, so good win for Coach Cooley and company. They were real excited. I watched a little bit on Flow Sports last night. Argos getting going here today. Wow. Finds a crossing route, and then Walker Robinson finds the receiver. Helmet comes flying off, and ouch.
That looked like he was about to get cut in half. That was, I think everybody saw that one coming.
You know what they say, if you're going to run middle routes, right, you got to be brave.
That's right.
You got to be a big boy. I believe that was Tate O'Brien that caught it, who had the touchdown catch, but, man, he got whacked.
Yeah, he did.
Ball is out to the 17-yard line, so it's a gain of 6. Brings up a 2nd and 4. Finds a receiver. Robinson's playing well. Gets a shot over there to number 2, Josh Barron, his first catch of the game. Yeah. First down, move the stick. So when this offense is clicking, they move the ball down the field. They just, other than that last drive, which is kind of crazy, they really haven't been able to sustain the drive.
That's right.
Quick play. Argos barely get off the field. They run the sweep, and that running game's got nothing. Walker Robinson gets to Turner Knox and takes him down.
Yeah, I think that's very accurate, Will. I think UWF's been much more explosive. Lenore has kind of consistently moved the ball a little bit, but no chunks, and those negative plays, when they get them, they're drive killers.
Another TFL right there, a tackle for loss after the gain of 12 on the previous play. They got the first down. So the Argos put them a little behind the sticks here. They'll fake the run, pull it out, little play action. Argos delayed blitz, and here it comes. Ball was floated. Can the defense get there? No. Agnew again, and they just kind of chunk it up there, and they just lost the receiver in coverage.
That was floating up there for a while, but Agnew was so far out in front of everybody. He was coming across the field that he had time to get underneath it and get it.
From 127 to the 128 to the other 27, it's a big play. And we'll go right back to it. They'll speed it up. First down here, barely getting the stick set. Robinson looking over to his right, has a man wide open. There's nobody near the receiver, and he throws it over his head.
Yeah,
I mean, he might have run.
Feeling a little bit of that pressure there. You know, they've been in his face. And
it was Turner Knox, and all he had to do was throw it anywhere near him, and he's probably picking up 10, 15 yards.
That's right. That's right. Those are the throws you want to force on defense. Those long, short throws, you call them. They're long left and right, but they don't get very far down the field, and they're tough. They're tough to be accurate on those.
55 yards on that throw and catch to Agnew there. So that was a big play for this team. 2nd and 10 now for the incompletion. Got a man in the middle of the field wide open. The Argos are losing sight of the receivers in coverage, and he hits Yates, and that's a big 27-yard touchdown pass. And all of a sudden, Lenor Ryan's got some offense going.
2 big plays there on that drive, and that changed the drive for him. All of a sudden now it's still 25 points, but that's a lot different.
It's stuff that the coaching staff next door to us is less than happy about.
That's right.
Coach Rimza and company will be looking at some tape closely. Kick is up, and it is good, and Lenor Ryan's got a little juice going. Both teams score on their first possession of the second half. 38-14 our score. Argos still on top. 11:34 left in the third quarter. This is Argo football on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Caldwell Architects brings creative and thoughtful design solutions to the conception and development of every project. As active members of our community, we understand the important role that buildings and spaces play and the people whose lives are impacted by every project we do. Caldwell Architects delivers state-of-the-art, efficient, and effective designs to solve real-world challenges. Let us help make your vision a success.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Six plays, 89 yards on the drive for Lenoir-Rhyne. 27-yard touchdown pass from Kamani Robinson to Sanjay Yates. Big play in that drive was a massive 55-yard connection. Sets up the touchdown, and this is kind of the game I thought we might see, Coach Shu, that, you know, kind of back and forth with the offenses a little bit. And Argo defense has been really good, but now 2 straight possessions, they've kind of blown coverage, lost guys, and given up touchdowns.
Yep, no, that's kind of the opposite of what we've been talking about all game, where it's been pretty good football, and then, you know, credit to LR for taking advantage of those big kicks right there.
Smoked out the back of the end zone. Camille Clark's down on the sideline for us, and, you know, was talking with Juice Williams. Glad to have the big fella back up front on that defensive line. Let's go down to Camille for more on that story.
Thanks, Will. This week I had a chance to catch up with redshirt junior Juice Williams, who's back on the field this season after a tough season injury last year. He told me it's nothing short of a blessing to be back. He felt like he was playing his best ball before going down, and now that he's back, he's more focused, more driven, and more vocal. Through recovery, Juice said he learned to lead in new ways, not just only on the field, but by being an example in the locker room and in rehab. As an upperclassman, he's locked in on bringing his teammates along with him, emphasizing defense, effort, and not taking a single rep for granted. He also said the team's identity this year, especially on defense, will be all around playing smart, fast, and physical.
Thank you, Camille. It is good to have the big fella back. Argos lose a yard on the first play, so back it up to the 24. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Not the most auspicious of starts for this possession, so a little bit of a shootout going in the second half. Arena football broke out here at Penn Field.
Here comes a little pressure look from the
pressure from both sides, and he gets it loose. He's got a man. If he can catch it, he does. Marcus Stokes is standing in there, delivers to Corey Scott.
There he is
another
again.
Big throw and catch.
There goes that man, as they say.
I get the feeling that a lot of teams, Coach, probably came into this year thinking he's susceptible to pressure. Talking about Marcus Stokes. You know, we saw it last year after getting roughed up, taking a lot of sacks. He gets a little happy feet, nervous. You might want to not blitz him now. He is hanging in there and delivering the football. And here they go quick on the next play right out to the side.
Yeah, good play right there by the Argos. Caught Lenoir-Rhyne misaligned there. And good tempo play.
So 33 on the throw and catch for the big first down, and they come right back with that quick tempo play. Take it inside the 40 down to the 35. Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2. So really being efficient. Marcus Stokes is cooking, folks. 300 yards already in this game, 4 touchdowns thrown. He's run for 1 as well. That's not bad, right?
No, it's not bad at all.
Right back to it again. Got a receiver out front blocking. And it's going to be another first down. They'll move inside the 30. Really quick, nice throw and catch right there. Quinn Seeger with his first catch in the game. And again, I mentioned he's the transfer from Assumption earlier. Nice to see him get his hands on the football. And the Argos will keep this tempo up to the 28-yard line, gain of 7, and it's a first down. Stokes checking on the play over there. That receiver blocking downfield reminds me of 2019 a little bit, too. Those guys blocked well for each other.
They did. Had some big guys that blocked well for sure.
Maybe the most talented group of
well too, yeah.
Overall group of receivers at this level I've ever seen. Let's see if this group can challenge. Stokes pulls it out, fires it. He's got Seeger. Big block over there as well. Look at this block, and they're going to get him. And I know what they're going to get him for. The block happened before the catch. So is it Swinton over here or Holloway? I can't see if it's 5 or 9, but he definitely was blocking. He was engaged before the catch was made. It's actually 6 over here, isn't it? Trying to see if that is. Nope. Yeah, Tyson Manziel was over there, and the block is good because it was behind the line, so that blocking continues, and you can see coaches getting some other guys in there. Look at the replay here. Yeah, that was a big block. And then he comes and gets another one. He got 2.
Yeah, he did. Little 2 for 1 right there.
Pops on that.
Playing chess out there.
18 yards, the throw and catch, and it's a first down. Argos got first down and goal to go at the 10, looking to answer the Lenoir-Rhyne touchdown. This offense is on fire, in fuego, as they used to say. Seeger comes in motion across the set. Pulls it. Will he pitch it? Yes, he will. That's a dangerous play, and it's going to be a turnover.
That hurts.
I think I get trying to throw a wrinkle in, something that people haven't seen, but that's not something you do a whole lot of. And Stokes probably should have kept that one, and even if it was take a loss, you take a loss right there. But there's a turnover, 2nd of the game. Yeah, that's a tough one on the move. If you don't do it all the time, if you're not an option offense, he just gets high and wide of Jay Sharp, and he can't corral it. And Lenor Ryan's on top of it.
It was just a touch outside. And tough turnover there. Fortunately, deep in Lenor Ryan territory, but
also the first drive, other than the quick one with the interception and the fumble recovery, the first time really the Argos haven't scored.
Yeah,
when they've had the football. 8:35 left here in the half. Argos on top, 38-14. And Robinson back to pass, got pressure in his face, chunks it. He's got a man again. Oh wow! He gets Yates into Argo territory, and that is a huge throw and catch. And I'll tell you what,
that's
all of a sudden,
all of a sudden,
their offenses, they found some things here. And the Argos really, it's kind of a Chinese fire drill back in the secondary right now.
Yeah, big. He had two Argo defenders on him. The corner was in pretty decent position, but safety bit up on that play action a little bit.
43-yarder right there. And they're going to run it and pick up some good yards on the first down run, down to the 37. Gain of 7. Sets up a 2nd and 3. I'll tell you what, I'm going to look at Robinson's stats here in a second because he's starting to rack up some yards with these big balls down the field.
Yeah.
Robinson rolls out, dumps it after pulling the defensive lineman up, and he finds a receiver in the flat, pulls it up for first down. It's Tate O'Brien again, and they continue to move the football well. The coaches next to us were screaming for delay of game as the play clock had wound to zeros. But there's that weird gray area in there where they won't call it if,
That's right.
26-yard line, so gain of 11. Robinson's doing some good things with his legs and, creating opportunities. That's going to bring us to an injury timeout, I think. Got a player down. I think they're looking at a player over here, potentially. So I haven't heard a call on a timeout.
Play clock is not functioning properly.
Ah.
It will be kept on the field.
Okay, the play clock is out right now, so they're going to have to keep the play clock on the field. So I don't think this is no team has called a timeout. They're bringing them right back out. How about Kamani Robinson? 20 of 27 now, Coach. 266 and 2 touchdowns. And all of a sudden he's able to hang on to it. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give credit to that offensive line. They're doing a nice job of letting him stay back in that pocket and throw these deep balls.
Yeah.
You got to give your guys time to run down the field if you're going to throw them down there.
It's not a bad day at the office for Robinson.
No, he's playing well.
He's playing decent. Yeah.
His QBR is 174 right now.
Yeah,
so
70%
not
completion,
bad.
2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean,
just getting outplayed by Marcus a little bit. So they'll go run this time. The Argo defense may be getting a little tired. And, LJ Turner, boom, right through the left side. On his feet, still going, drags the defenders into the end zone. Turner turns it up and takes it to the house.
Turner on that run. That was some excellent effort. He was incredible balance there. He was going down, looked like he sprung himself up with one hand.
Wow, this is the guy that set the program record at Catawba last year, running through tackles. You got to get him on the ground. There's too many Argos that had an opportunity right there, and he just punishes some defenders. And I'll tell you what, 38-21 with 6:51 left in the third quarter. This game is nowhere near over. No. All of a sudden, this has turned into something completely different. Argos up 38-21, but we'll take a break with the two teams here. The Argos on top on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Greek mythology, Argonauts were driven adventurers, forged by challenges they overcame. At the University of West Florida, our Argos embody that same bold and unrelenting spirit. Just a short drive from the beach, you can thrive at the forefront of innovation, learning from world-class faculty dedicated to your success. Get ready to chart your own course. Find your next adventure at uwf.edu.
Back with you. Quick break there. Argos set to get the kick here. Tell you what, Coach Shu, 6 plays, 89 yards, touchdown. 4 plays, 87 yards. Not taking much time off the clock at all on either drive, and all of a sudden you're back in this game, and there's plenty of time left. So what we thought headed to the half looked like it was going to be a 31-0 game has now gotten real interesting. Still 17-point spread, but there's a lot of real estate left.
Yeah, that's a couple big explosive plays there over the last couple snaps for the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, and that's been a difference.
This young man's about to put the ball through the goalpost if he's not careful on these kickoffs. He's booming.
His leg's getting warm now. It looks like he's
all of a sudden now. It's coming fast and furious up and down the field. The Argos were moving the football. They had gotten down to the 10-yard line, turned the football over. And there's going to be a penalty here. I was looking at the flag on the field, so the Argos will get a little bit better field position, take it out to the 30-yard line with the penalty. So
I like that so much better than having to re-kick.
Yes.
Re-kick just like
make them run again. And,
it just slows the game down. Just
now the thing here is, I'm interested to watch and see both sides of the football. Can the defense make adjustments, but also as an offense, do you get nervous because the other team is starting to pull up on you a little bit? You don't maybe press, but
I feel like UWF has moved the ball pretty consistently. I mean, they obviously shot themselves in the foot on that last drive, but they haven't really been stopped. They've stopped themselves on that last drive, but
gain of 4 right there. Yeah, this Lenoir-Rhyne defense is getting gashed up and down. Now the Argo defense is at this point too, and So this is interesting to see if over on that defensive sideline, can you find a way to make some adjustments and figure out how we're going to take Kamani Robinson out of rhythm and stop letting him throw these chunk plays. They really haven't put much pressure on him in a while.
Now that you mention it, I'm wondering how many snaps each team's played so far. I mean, I know it's not a super high tempo game.
Moving fast, though. Big hole. Lane's going to pick up a first down, get out across the 40. So the Argos, I like this. Run the football, slow the game down, eat some clock, but move it down the field.
Eat some clock, love that.
Let your big guys up front, the Devin Gibsons of the world, let them eat a little bit. And gain of 9 on that one. First down Argos out to the 43. 42, excuse me, gain of 8. Tomato. So now, yes, either not rushing, they're pacing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not flying up to the line of scrimmage. Stokes with 4 wide receivers brings the big tight end back towards the line. A little bit of a power look on the left side. They'll go right back to it on the rush. This one's not going anywhere. In fact, they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So at some point, you're pulling them in. It's kind of like fishing, right? I'm flicking it out there, the bait, and then all of a sudden Stokes is going to turn one deep downfield. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
It's a good analogy. I like that.
They'll say no gain. They'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the 43. We have not seen the, last year, or there have been years where we've gone whole games and haven't seen the Argo punter.
Yeah.
So far, he has not made an appearance.
It has happened before. Yeah.
An interception that we got right back, and then a fumble deep in the end last time. Those are the only ways the Argos have stopped drives, so it's been on themselves. There it is. Oh, that was almost a pick. Ooh. I tell you what, he had 2 guys sprinting down the field. He went with the middle. If he goes to the outside, he's got a touchdown. He was looking for Scott, I believe.
Yeah.
No, that was 1 in the middle. He was actually looking for Durden.
Lenor Ryan was rotated to cover 3, and that safety from the backside was running to the post, and Stokes didn't quite see him.
Could have been a pick.
That was a missed opportunity for Lenor Ryan right there.
Again, he did have a man on the outside, so that's one of those you got to look off your guy as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Marcus Stokes moves the running back in the backfield. 4 wide receivers. It's 3rd and 10. Here comes some pressure. Stokes is going to get away from it. No, he'll take the sack. Goes down around his 35. So you're going to see a punter now.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say it, Will, but I feel like Lenor Ryan's got some momentum right now.
Oh, it is turned.
14 in a row. You just got, big sack to get off the field there.
The worm has turned, as they say. And I tell you what, you're going to see something a little different. New punter, Michael Shine, one of the best punters in the Gulf South Conference in the country last year. Mississippi College shuts their football program down. He's a kid from Mobile and winds up here in Pensacola.
That's a big get, man.
Last year he averaged almost 42 yards a kick. So let's see what he does with his first opportunity here. Left footer. Boom, my.
That kid can.
Yeah, fair catch called, and he misses it. Argos are going to get it. How about that?
Oh, man. Huge.
That punt. Anytime, Coach, this is a special team guy. Anytime a punt returner starts backing up, you're in trouble.
I think that one went about 50 yards in the air.
The howitzer shot, as they say in the business. Yeah. And that is why you bring in a guy like that. And, you look at the portal gets, right? The guys you bring in, nobody goes, oh, the punter, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
But let's go back to talk about 2019 for a second, because it's that kind of night. How big a difference was that young man that we had kicking the football then? Punters can make all the difference in the world.
Oh, yeah, it's a massive difference maker. I think that ball actually, watching the replay, I think it went 55 yards in the air.
Oh,
and it was not a line drive. It was up there.
It was like, it had the height on it.
Nice.
Reminded
That's a huge weapon for UWF to pick up this year. That's massive.
Reminded me of the kid that punted for Limestone a couple years ago. We had him in the playoffs. The guy, I think he got an NFL shot.
Yeah.
At one point. Stokes pulls it. Was going to run, fires it, he's got a man, and it's Jay Sharp, but he just can't get to it. So we've had an interception that led to a fumble and a recovery, and now a punt that led to a muff punt and a recovery. And so the Argos at the 18-yard line is where they officially recovered at Lenoir-Rhyne's 18.
Man, it is hard sometimes to tell the difference between a single-digit 8 and a single-digit 0.
You tell me about it. Tell me about it.
And they both got the same build, man.
So right back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Stokes brings a man across. It's Durden. Hands it off to Sharp. Nothing doing in the middle, and Marcus Stokes immediately shakes his head because he knew if he kept it, he's got the outside.
He had some space. Hindsight is 20/20.
Yes, it is. So no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10. 2 straight plays. And the offense is kind of running into some quicksand here. Special teams, that was huge.
Yeah.
And I like what you're doing here again. Let's run some clock. Let's, you're on the edge of field goal range, potentially here. Weber's already made his first collegiate field goal, and it looks strong, so you may give him an opportunity. So I think you can kind of go for it here a little bit.
Yeah, showing a little zero look again here.
Fires it, he's got a man, but he overthrows Corey Scott. Takes a big hit. It's going to be roughing the passer. They are going to get Dalen Johnson for getting to Stokes too late. Ball was already gone, so 15 yards and a first down.
Yeah. Lenor Ryan really shooting themselves in the foot here. 2 critical mistakes for those guys with the dropping the punt return and then with the roughing the passer there on.
So half the distance is what it'll be up to the goal line. So take it down to the 9. That's the kind of thing, if you're Lenoir-Rhyne, man, you're storming back in this game. It's a sin of aggression. That hurts.
Yeah.
Fresh set of downs at the 9-yard line.
That does, yeah, I mean, you can't do that when you're down 17 points.
No, because you
trying
really
to build a comeback.
Even if you hold them to a field goal there, it's 20, and the way your offense is working.
Right. You went from giving up 0 to probably 3 to probably 7 now.
They'll hand it out. TJ Lane punishes guys inside the 5, and they're going to drag him down finally at the 3, it looks like. So gain of 6, and it'll set up a 2nd and goal 3 yards out. You know what I like at this point? I know it's not modern football as much, but we did the tush push earlier.
Yeah.
Don't we have a defensive lineman we can bring in as a fullback? I love that. Like a lead
fan
block kind of guy.
Get the big fellers in there. Yeah.
We're bringing the big tight end in kind of to play that same role, but I love give Juice Williams some action out there.
That's right.
Bring him in there. They'll kind of go with this power look. They'll hand it off. Oh, they're a nice job by the Lenoir-Rhyne defense. This could be a big-time goal line stand if they can hold it up here. I think no gain on this one. I like the bootleg they ran earlier. That got
here, getting what you want here, an extra big guy in. Here comes Kamar Epps.
Tell you what, it's wigging me out a little bit to see a big, long, lanky guy out on the end wearing number 52.
Yeah.
Our guy, Devin Gibson, was mentioning Sam Antoine
at
half, and that gives me that flashback. So he's going to set up as an extra tight end. They're going to go power. There it is. There's that Buffalo look. Stokes hands it. I'll tell you what, Lenoir-Rhyne, nothing but credit. This defensive front, this front 7, all over it.
They are fighting hard right now.
Caleb Noble says we're up 17. We'll probably go for it here. Or does he know he's going to bring out the field goal unit? All right, so we're going to get it from the 3-yard line. But that's a big stand for this Lenoir-Rhyne defense.
Yeah, massive stand.
And that's been a trouble area for the Argos. At times last year, they get inside the 5 and could not punch it in with the run game, so that's a little bit disappointing. Weber will step in. Shine will hold. Don Vellante to snap the football. This one is from the 10. It's a 20-yarder. It's a chip shot, as they say. There was some movement up front. Flags fly.
Wow.
If
we're going to get an offside.
He nailed it. Yeah, I thought I saw somebody on Lenoir-Rhyne jump first.
I think you're right.
And if it is, that's big, because they're talking to Coach Nobles here. Yeah, they're going to wave it off, take the field goal. So give me the 20-yard field goal attempt. It's good.
So they extend the lead from 17.
Argos score. Yeah, we'll take a break. They're up 20, 41-21 with 34 seconds left in the half. We go to the break here on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
day-to-day activities while experiencing joint pain is tough, Andrews makes it better. Our team will create a plan of care just for you to help you regain mobility and reduce discomfort. From diagnosis to treatment to rehabilitation, let Andrews make it better.
If you're thirsting for It's Only Tuesday, that meeting should have been an email, and really need something to go your way level of refreshment, we definitely have that. When you're feeling the heat, Circle K makes your day.
Sports medicine coverage at UWF Athletic Events.
Welcome back in. Not the sexiest of drives, 7 plays, 15 yards, a 20-yard field goal. Argos will be disappointed they don't punch it in from short range, a couple yards out, but they get some points and they're up by 20. We're going to take the kickoff here, and then after the kick, we're going to go down to Camille Clark on the sideline. She's got some insight into that offensive unit down there. That's a tough one for the O-line. You want to be able to run that football and punch it in.
Yeah.
When you get that opportunity from basically point-blank range.
Yeah, definitely. Once you've been given that extra chance, too, you want to be able to knock that
Tyler
in.
Patterson hits this one hard, and it's fair catch. A signal goes into the end zone, and he'll finally get it there. Let's check in with Camille down on the sideline.
And they have really not.
We do not have Camille down there, so fair catch was called. Let's see where we're putting the football out of the 25. Should be the spot. So Lenoir-Rhyne with 34 seconds. They score with 37 seconds left in the first half. And right now the Argos got to figure out, how do we stop the big plays?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't be giving up those explosives and blowing coverage and stuff. That's really been the way that Lenoir's worked their way back in this game a little bit.
Somebody jump up here and force it. Yes, they can. They get in the backfield. Almost took the handoff. And I'll tell you what, as they say, it parted like the Red Sea up there.
Yeah.
You had an Argo defender come flying through. It looks like it was Christian Ware-Terry, the junior out of Port St. Lucie, and he's a Kaiser guy. Transfer in from Kaiser, so great job. And there's Kobe Clinton in there too. The Argos come up with a big play and knock this thing back.
Yeah, good little run.
They did not mark this as deeply as I thought they would. They're just going to let this run out. So the ball's back to the 22. It's only a loss of 3. But that's where we'll break for the quarter. Argos on top, 41-21. We got 15 minutes of football left to play. This is Argo football on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
The stretch is brought to you by Henry Chiropractic.
Here we go, we go, we go.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting your Argos and get down for the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter of this one, good football game, 41-21. Who would have thunk? It was 31-0 with 37 seconds left. Argos on top in the first half. Last second touchdown for Lenoir-Rhyne, and now we've got a up and down football game. It's almost like watching fast break Lakers basketball at this point, but here we go. Kamani Robinson back to pass. Argos flush him out of the pocket, rolling to his right, tries to touch one. Again, that's a really tough throw for any quarterback. He has not fared well with the roll to his left, throw across his body throws tonight.
Yeah, Argos elected to bring 5 there and place a man and forced him away from his throwing arm.
So big loss on near the end of the first quarter there. It was a big loss on a sack/botched handoff, and that's led to a 3rd and 18 here from the 22. You got to imagine the Argos are going to be bringing it. Fires it. He's got Agnew, and Agnew's got the first down. Wow, sits down just across the sticks and gets out to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Perfect opportunity to get off the field. Impressed with Kamani Robinson as he keeps delivering some good throws, and Coach Lenoir-Rhyne sneaking up on 300 yards passing now.
Yeah.
Argos will shift some defenders in and out. Haven't really seen the cramping you expect, but I guess the cooler temperatures have helped a little bit.
Not super hot.
Argos have to take a timeout because they had 12 on the field, so it's feeling a little discombobulated right now with this unit.
Been a couple of those tonight. A guy late on or two.
The Argos unhappy. The coaching staff, you can hear them up here. We have an open-air press box. You know, some people have an open-air, whatever it is at their house. Coach, you do some real estate. That's really popular, right? Open-air kitchen or whatever, outdoor kitchen. This is not exactly what you would want, but so we can hear the guys next door going, hey, there's too many men on the field, and then, relayed down. And so the Argos avoid a penalty there.
Yeah. And it's got modular walls, I guess you could call them.
4th and 7, excuse me, as he got back a lot of that yardage. It was not a first down. That was across the original first down marker. So 4th and 7, but it's manageable from this distance now. And they're going to have to go for it. You're down 20 points. You got 14 minutes left in the game. You're deep in your own end, but this is one where I think if you're Coach Doug Socha, you can't afford to punt the football and have the other team run a bunch of time off the clock.
Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of time. I mean, 3-possession game.
Some new graduate assistants down there. Jake Lang, a former quarterback at Southern Miss, is down there working with the QBs. I see Jake over there talking along the sideline, and of course we mentioned Donnie Baker up here, and there's our guy down there in that huddle. You can see on the broadcast he's kind of the big guy with the hat on the right corner. That's Joe Wintrick, big Joe Wintrick. I was amazed, you saw him as a player.
Yeah.
That guy can throw a football like nobody's business. I mean, he throws zip and a tight spiral. A guy who played guard and was one of the better guards at D2 I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was always like, why weren't you a long snapper? I mean, if you could throw the ball like that, I guarantee you can zip that. And he's the right size the NFL likes.
Yeah.
But I will have to
he was
say,
holding out on us. Darn it.
I almost forgot. When we're talking about Lenoir-Rhyne, I should ask Gibby. Joe Wintrick slides to left tackle that game when Sam Antoine's out. Lenoir-Rhyne has a guy who's an NFL prospect at defensive end. He's got setting a sack record.
Yeah.
And Joe absolutely mauls him for 4 quarters, and he doesn't get anything on Austin Reed.
Yeah.
One of the truly legendary performances by an offensive lineman.
Is a really, really good player. Him and Gibby both were really, really good players.
They will punt.
They were just a little bit shorter than the ideal size.
Here we go. This is again where a guy's running backwards. This one's going to get into the end zone. So Tony Newsome decides the discretion's the better part of valor. I'm not going to try to field this thing.
Yeah, good choice. And the way it's been going with those guys fielding punts and kickoff returns this evening, so they did not take the risk.
I believe Coach Socha probably felt there like, hey, we can punt this football because there are 14 minutes roughly left in the game. So we'll punt it and let the defense try to get to work. But really feels like if you're Lenoir-Rhyne at this point, you need to force a turnover.
Yeah, and they have been playing it pretty conservative from that standpoint of going forward on 4th downs and whatnot. But
you got to hope for an interception or a fumble or something in this end. You can't really let the Argos drive. And then, that was the nice thing about the Argos turnovers is they've been deep in the other end. Just forced the action a little bit. So this one at the 20-yard line. 13:54 left, 41-21 our score. Argos on top. They'll run the football, dancing around in the hole a little bit, but not as much open running room here. I think it's because I think Lenoir-Rhyne realizes the Argos are going to try to run it to eat clock, and so they're stacking up in the box to stop the run.
I think you're right.
I believe the term is selling out.
Yeah. Indeed.
We'll see. You always can tell if you're watching the broadcast. Watch the safeties, the back line for Lenoir-Rhyne. If they start creeping up closer to the line within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, then you know that they're starting to really creep up. There's one hanging about 10 yards deep. But it's not much. There, you get one to Corey Scott. He gets loose. He's going to pick up a first down. Monster night for C. Scott continues.
Yeah, great run and catch and run right there by Corey Scott. And a smart job getting down. He gets the first down, gets a couple extra yards, and dives forward as he's about to run into 2 or 3 defenders there.
Gain of 14, more yards for C. Scott and for Marcus Stokes as they continue to pile on and add on to what they're doing. Let's see, Marcus now 339 on the night. Corey Scott's up to 172. He's averaging 19 a catch, Coach, and he's closing in on a 200-yard game. Jay Sharp bounces to the outside, no room to run. Lenoir-Rhyne's defense, several white jerseys flying in and bottling that up in a hurry. So that's what you need right there if you're Lenoir-Rhyne and Coach Doug Socha is Brody Bradburn and Desmond Green get involved in that stop. That's going to lose 2 yards on the play, bring up a 2nd and 12 from the 33. You go backwards. Weird snap. Marcus is going to throw it. He's got a man, and wow. 2 guys over there, throws between them. Just flat out dropped by Desmond Green. That should have been an interception.
I think Stokes knew that he caught him off sides, and so he just decided to take a shot.
They're going to get Dalen Johnson up front offside, so you'll move it up 5. You get some of that lost yardage on the previous play back.
Good risk-free throw there by Stokes.
If you hit it, it's a touchdown.
Yep.
You throw it over the top and you're able to get Durden going down the sideline. That could have been a huge play.
That's right. Throw an interception and it doesn't matter. Because you get the ball back.
So get the penalty, move it up 5 yards. And now Stokes will set up again. 2 receivers out near side. They'll hand in the middle of the line. Jay Sharp puts his head down, falls forward. Maybe get 2 or 3. He's going to set up a 3rd and short, so this will be one of those downs. It's a full menu. You can do whatever you want to do. Run, throw, work with it. Marcus comes over, talks on the sideline to the coaches a little bit. And goes back to the huddle. 3rd and 3 down in distance. Ball is at the 42-yard line.
Man, that looks like a long push right here.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. How were you even going to get close to that from that distance?
That was like a full 3 yards.
So now you ask the question, would you go for it here? Or no, he's waving down Coach Remza to talk, I guess. I'm punting the football, especially the way Michael Shine just ripped that last one.
Force these guys to drive the field.
They did pick up about 2, so it's going to be 4th and 1. Out to the 44. And I think you're going to bring him over and take a timeout and talk about it. I see the punt unit lining up over here. I think you may even take the delay of game, wouldn't you? Yeah, take the delay of game, give Mike Shine a little more room to go.
Yeah.
And so they're going to bring it around and let Michael Shine kick again. His first one. What was the officials on that? Let's get in there. Let's get into that. You said it, you were right, Coach. I think you said it flew, what, 50 yards in the air plus?
Yeah, it looked like it went about 55. I mean, he bombed that thing. I think he punted it from our own 30, and it landed on the
absolutely ripped it. First punt, it says 50, but I think it definitely traveled in the air, obviously, from where he was standing further than that.
So let's watch this one and see. I think we got, well, it looks pretty dead from a wind standpoint out there.
I can't really tell what the wind is doing, but Shine is going to get into, oh my gosh.
Good grief.
Again. Oh, wow, this one's going to be down at the 2-yard line. I think we got a new punting superstar on our hands, Coach. Mike Shine just absolutely drills.
Yeah. I mean, that landed in the air at the 10, or about the 11. We punted it from our own 39.
Had the right spin on it and everything.
I'd call that 50 in the air.
At least. And, you know, with a little bit of breeze coming around somewhere, but that's going to – there's a flag down at the 23, so I don't know what this call is going to be, but wow.
You know, that was kind of a high, a weird fair catch.
And he definitely put that ball high into the air. So the officiating crews together having a little powwow out around the 40. Lenor Ryan 40, and we'll see what this call is, but what a heck of a punt. Good job of getting down and covering that by the Argos as well.
Great job.
Waiting. Wow, Lenor Ryan takes a personal foul, so let's move it to the 1. So now you're asking your offense to go 99 yards. That's
not where you want to set your offense up against this Argo defense, who's notorious for penetration.
Frustration showing through maybe a little bit. And Lenor Ryan, we kept saying they're playing okay. Their defense seemed to be the issue, but the defense has found some footing and been able to stop the Argos a couple times. But now you see, I can tell you right now, I mean, we're in week 1. Mike Shine's going to make a big difference this year, flipping fields and pinning people deep.
He's
already
huge.
seen it.
That is going to be a massive weapon for sure.
So this is a big play right here. You know, they're no wide receivers. Everybody's in bunch formation, but they're still taking it out of the gun, which I've never understood. They'll get some yards, but that can go sideways in a hurry. Turner Knox runs it out to about the 4. But because you got to take that snap, and then you're asking You got to go 3-4 yards just to get out of the end zone.
Yeah, you know, if you never snap under center and then all of a sudden you do it,
don't practice it.
The back, yes, it like it totally makes sense that yes, you should be under center, but when you never practice it and then all of a sudden you do it, it seems to be like you end up with more fumbles than you do positive yards.
2nd and 7, ball at the 4-yard line now. There's some movement up front. Argos are instantly pointing at the Lenoir-Rhyne guys. There's always that, it's like the Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing at each other. That's how it works at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
And that looks like it's going to hurt them and back them up a little bit. So, go half the distance to the 2. And now you go 2nd and 9 from the 2. I was wondering what that beeping was here in the stadium. Not quite sure. Wow, sometimes when it rains, you drop a hammer on your toe.
Back it up.
And that is what's happening right now. Robinson back to pass. He's got some time, fires it out. That's a nice catch. Nice throw out of your end zone. Taking a little risk, but he gets Tate O'Brien, but out to the 5. So you get the penalty yards back, but not much more. Now you're setting up a 3rd and 7 or so. So the Argos, this is a big play, I think, defensively. With 3rd and 7 or so deep in this end, if you can stop them here and force them to punt out of their end zone.
Yeah.
Give up a first down, it can be a little deflating. Argos walk a couple guys up to the line. We'll see if they bring pressure. They back out. They got some pressure coming at Robinson. He's going to fire again. He's got a deep ball. Got C.J. Fearon over there. Nice coverage, just underthrown.
Yeah.
But Fearon was right there. Nice job, Chester.
That was, yeah. That's a tough situation to throw from right there.
No flags back down the other way, so it's going to force the punt. And this is what flipping the field looks like, the textbook definition, because unless they just absolutely kill one out of their end zone, the Argos should end up with this ball into the Lenoir-Rhyne half of the field.
Yeah.
Simmons, who is a good punter, steps in there, but does he have his full runway?
Ooh.
With the ball at the 5, 4?
Oh,
they could have gotten that one. I think they backed out of it at the last second. Tony Newsom will take it. If he gets away, he's got some room to run. Does bounce to the outside. He'll get the corner.
Looks like it's going to be a flag out.
No, I think he pulled up.
Okay.
I definitely saw him pull his hands back. I mean, the player may have fallen down. It might have been twisted feet or like professional wrestling or LeBron James, he just fell. We'll take a timeout. 8:35 left, 41-21 our score. Argos on top. They've got the football when we come back on Flow Sports and ESPN Pensacola. Let's just run the football and get it.
Greek mythology, Argonauts were driven adventurers, forged by challenges they overcame. At the University of West Florida, our Argos embody that same bold and unrelenting spirit. Just a short drive from the beach, you can thrive at the forefront of innovation, learning from world-class faculty dedicated to your success. Get ready to chart your own course. Find your next adventure at uwf.edu.
From affordable home equity lines and home loans to high-yield checking that pays 5.05% APY, Pen Air combines innovative banking with a commitment to our community. Pen Air Credit Union. Join us.
Is Whataburger's new Bacon Wrangler Double the most Texas burger ever? Well, it's got beef that's never from the freezer, always hot off the grill. Crispy onion strings, blue bonnets, football, Monterey Jack and American cheese, rodeos, chipotle aioli, big open road, stars at night, pickles, honky-tonks and bacon with a pinch of yee-haw. The new Bacon Wrangler Double is the Texiest Texas thing ever to Texas. What a burger.
Circle K's new free Inner Circle membership program makes filling up rewarding with everyday fuel discounts every fill-up. Make life a little easier. Start saving on fuel now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free. Circle K's new free Inner Circle membership program rewards you for loving all your favorites with delicious deals and personalized perks. Make life a little easier. Start saving on your favorite food and drinks now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free.
Back with you. Here we go. 8:35 left. Argos up 20 with the ball at the 37 of Lenoir-Rhyne. They definitely flipped the field. They'll go Quinn Seeger. Double pass. Seeger's got a man down there, but good defense. Just kind of ran up on it.
Coach Noble was losing his mind. He was thinking that was pass interference all the way, but.
Well, definitely the DB never turned his head, so if there was contact, it probably should have been.
I think it very easily could be argued that it's pass interference.
You couldn't have called it uncatchable because, that's interference.
Yeah.
There's no question about that right there.
No.
He got two hands into the receiver, never turned his head back around. It's kind of a textbook, just a missed call, if you will, over on that side. But the Argos will go right back to it, 2nd and 10 now. Nice trick play, but really wasn't as wide open as you might expect a play like that to be. They'll run it, middle of the line. TJ Lane's going to bounce into the outside. He's got the 30, 25. Oh, punishing defenders down the field like a bowling ball headed to the gutter.
Yeah, big run right there.
And he's telling somebody something about it. He's sharing his thoughts and opinions with the defender about how it ended.
Nice attempt at the tackle there.
Woo, boy.
Yeah, big pop.
As they say, that's football.
That is.
Down to the 22, gain of 15. Fresh set of downs, first down Argos. And they'll look over, they'll let some clock run, under 8 minutes to go now. Been a wild game. Argos were up 31-0 at one point in this game, and Lenoir-Rhyne fought their way back into it, but the Argos looking to basically ice this thing right now like my knees used to be back in the day. Stokes throws. He's got Durden over there. This time the defender's sitting right in the pocket, throwing it up as a jump ball.
Yeah.
You take it and try to see if your guy can make a play.
That's right, yeah. Trying to test the one-on-one coverage, and that was good coverage right there by that defensive back.
Now that's the next progression, I think, coaches. That ball needs to be what we call, and you see it a lot, and you hear it talked about a lot at the NFL level, that's a back shoulder throw. He kind of led him there.
Yeah.
If you see that press cut, the guy's there, the coverage is good, you throw it behind the receiver a little bit. As soon as that defender is deeper than the receiver, if you throw it on that back shoulder, he can make the catch.
Yep, yeah, the back shoulder ball is tough to stop.
There are guys that are exceptional at throwing that ball.
Yeah.
And it's almost impossible to defend. They're going to try to run the reverse.
Oh,
Stokes
wow.
keeps it, Marcus. Stokes, touchdown, Argos. Some trickeration.
Wow, Coach, that was like some going back in the football and history books there, a little like wing T, spinner sweep right there.
I don't know what dance Marcus just hit in the end zone, but again, it's his brother's birthday, so let's celebrate. Let's have a party.
Man, that was pretty cool.
Argos get back on the board.
Again on the replay. That was, I don't know how many different directions that thing was going, but
first points we've had in a little while, and here it is for you, Coach. 1, 2, and then double. Fake the inside handoff, fake the reverse, then Stokes keeps it and goes untouched. 22 yards for the touchdown.
Nice lipstick there.
Very nice, very nice. Good camera work there. Crew all over that one for you. And the Argos make it happen. Little 4-play drive, and they're back on the scoreboard. It's been a minute. Been a little while since we'd seen the Argos put some points on the board. Anybody actually put some points on the board. Last point score were the Argos with a field goal late into the third quarter there with 34 seconds left. So that's a long stretch in a football game like this. We went, half a quarter without any scores, and the extra point is good. Not sure if we're keeping it here or taking a break. I see Lonzie Scott, one of our UWF trustees, down on the sideline enjoying himself. It's Lonzie's birthday. Happy birthday to Trustee Scott as well, as he threw his hands up on the extra point. Good. The Argos are now up 48-21. And things are definitely rolling around here.
Yeah. That was probably the dagger there.
I think you're going to get real tired if you're one of the ROTC guys down here.
Yeah.
It's like, is it my turn? Oh, crap.
It was a high-scoring affair.
48 is my number. I got to get on this. So Argos.
The guys holding it on their shoulder or over their heads, too. Those guys got to be getting tired, too.
That's some work, too.
That's
Argos
not easy.
Go 37 yards.
That man's getting worn out here. He's losing steam. He's taking a pause here.
So I'm gonna go. Let's chalk that up. I think the punter gets a little bit of that touchdown.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With that punt that they blew, and then the defense gets in there, and you flip the field to the 37, and all of a sudden you got points back on the board.
No, it is. That's when you're that far backed up and you can't get out of there. I mean, that's good by the special teams, good by defense, and then great job by the offense finishing it off.
27-point lead, not outside the realm of possibility. Argos may put a 50 spot up on the board tonight, and that's a statement.
Yeah.
Heading into week 2, so not too early to start looking down the road at the schedule a little bit. On the road next week, as we're making a trip up to Owensboro, Kentucky, to take on Kentucky Wesleyan, a team that came in here last year for the opener.
Yeah.
That's Nashville and a little bit north, so that'll be good. And then we're back here in 2 weeks' time. We got Shorter coming in.
Been to Kentucky Wesleyan before. And that's not much to write home about that press box, Will, if it's the same. Just to forewarn you.
Thank you for letting me know what I'm in store for.
It's about half as high as we are right now.
Well, the thing is, it would just be me, and they'll squeeze me into it. They'll put me in a glass. Well, actually, last year, no joke, when I went to Chowan, Trustee Lonzie Scott was in the booth with me. We were literally inside a press box, Coach.
Yeah.
In a glass box inside the press box had glass, and then we were in a little room that was glass. So I literally joked, I'm in a glass case of emotion here in the press box. It's kind of how it worked that day.
I think the worst I've ever been to was Lincoln in Missouri, and we had to sit at the top of the bleachers because it was only big enough for one coach. So the offensive coach got it, and the defensive guys had to sit. But I think there was wasps or something like that in the press box. There's always fun stuff.
We had some of that at Delta the other year with wasp up there.
I remember that. Yeah.
Kamani Robinson brings the team back out. They'll start at their own 25. Back to pass on first down. He's got a man over here. It's Agnew again. Misses him with this one. As sharp as he's been, that was a way off throw.
Yeah.
Missed with that one. How about the hike we had to make up to the press box at Midwestern State back in 18? That was
That's a high one.
It's a big old thing, and the stadium's down in a bowl, and it sits way up top. And folks, it's one of those old 1950s press boxes, And literally, Jamie Smith and I were I felt like a shower stall. We're like if you and me were here, we couldn't both stand shoulder to shoulder. You almost had to turn in a little bit.
Yep. I've coached in games in the press box up there and then on the field, and that is a long,
big old place. Setup. The old Lone Star Conference.
That's right. There's Texas ISD.
Robinson flushed out. Now this time he's rolling to his right, throwing to his right, and he makes a strike, finds a big tight end, and he's loose and he's running. Wow, another big play. Robinson continuing to get it done with his legs. Heck of a play. You got to dig in on the roster because now we're starting to get into guys.
Yeah, that's
83.
Not on the 2 deep there, I don't think.
Definitely not on the 2 deep. That is going to be wide receiver Destin Thomas out of Cleveland, Tennessee, and Kennesaw State. And they'll come back, go right back here to this other side, having to fly up there and make a tackle is Conway. And Turner Knox gets one there. And that's going to push the ball down inside the 40. Let's see, they'll give him the 38. It's a short gain of 4. With a big throw and catch. Picked up 33 yards. Oh, they're going to get him. Colin Shaw, our halftime guest, gets home. Puts the quarterback down on the ground. There you go, C. Shaw. Big-time sack, stalling out some momentum here. And we got a man down on the field, and I hate to see a player when he starts pounding his hand into the turf. That's not a good thing.
9.
That's going to be Adam Aiken.
Yeah, he looked mad. He looked like he knows that.
May have hurt himself there. But he gets up, pops right back up. Okay, they're going to check on that young man. Big-time play right there. That's a loss of 12. What are you not supposed to do as a quarterback? Start running backwards.
Yeah.
When you
can't make a bad situation worse.
Find yourself in that position. Big time third down coming now. It's going to be a long one, third and about 18. And you see that defensive line shuffling a little bit. This is where third and 18. You want to get after it, right? You want to get after the quarterback, but you've given up some big plays. You don't want to do that here. I'd say keep him in the pocket. They do.
Yeah, they're going to play a little.
Yeah, they're going to force him to move around a little bit and chase him backwards. He's running the wrong way. He's got blue jerseys all over him. Now they're going to try to block downfield. He may pick up a first down on the run. He slides short. Definitely. Oh, that's a generous spot. I think he slid a little earlier.
Yeah.
And that's going to leave you a 4th and 1, and there's the danger. If you're going to rush him, right, keep him in the middle. You can't let him get outside. They lost containment.
Yeah, it looks kind of surprising to see something that big. Argos playing cover 3, but
they mark him back a little further. That's about where I thought he was going to slide. So let's give him a gain of 16.
Argos
Ball's at the
challenge this one here. They're not about to give up a yard.
38. They got to step in. They run it. It's going to be a first down.
Yeah.
Give him a short gain there, inside the 30 down to the 28. And it's a first down. Wow, so 3rd and 18, you escape. They've continued to do that tonight. I saw big Josh Belt check into the game, number 90, on that defensive line. So you're rotating some guys, starting to get a little tired.
Yeah.
Right here, and here's that containment. But again, that narrow rush allows him to get out of the pocket, and they're going to get him out of bounds right there. Nice job by Warren of coming up and pushing him out. Maybe a loss on the play. Looks like he didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage, but nice job of keeping him, stretching him right there. He'll lose 2. So it's a TFL back out to the 30. 4:33 left in this football game. 48-21 our score. Argos on top of Lenoir-Rhyne. Trying to put one up on the board here to start the season in a top 20 matchup to start the year. And Coach Nobles and folks down there screaming, run the clock. He went out of bounds, but he was hit before he went out of bounds, I guess. So I guess that's the way it goes now.
Yeah.
If contact was made before, the clock should be running.
A couple of coaches down there pretty fired up that the clock's not running.
Yeah, it's always the clock operator's fault.
That's right.
Clock will start on my signal. 40 seconds. On the play clock, please.
It's even worse in the basketball arena, folks. Trust me. Late in a game, if somebody does or does not run it the right time or the wrong time.
Yeah.
2nd and 12 now.
Shallow drag by the
and here comes pressure up the middle, and they're trying to get home on him, and they will. That's a big sack. Beautiful job of getting in there, and the pressure was coming from everywhere. Colin Shaw again, yeah. Colin Shaw showing up, showing out here in the quarter, but give the team credit on that. All those big boys in blue up front, making it happen. Colin Shaw and company. Nope. Lose yards back out to the 38, so a loss, or 39, loss of 9. 3rd and a country mile, as they say. Oh, you can see it. Oh, my gosh, Walker Robinson with the hit. Oh, that's not incomplete. He caught it, got hit. That should be a scoop and score. Kobe Clinton's taking it to the house. I disagree with this call. He caught it, turned, took a step. That's football, moving a step. And then what a hit by Walker Robinson. That is tremendous.
Yeah, Walker Robinson saw it coming. He was like a heat-seeking missile right there.
L.J. Johnson got rocked, folks. Runner was down. I don't know about that.
That was incomplete.
Maybe he went to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, knee was. Oh, no, the ball's loose. The ball's loose before the knee went down. I know it's not. You don't have all the angles you would in an NFL game, but you can clearly see from right there that ball is out before his knee. No, I'll tell you what, it's not, because they don't ever overturn a call. But I think that was a great play. It should have been a scoop and score. In my mind and in my heart, Kobe Clinton just scored a touchdown. And Walker Robinson forced a fumble, and it was a fumble recovery. But instead, it's going to be 4th and long, and here comes pressure again. Maybe some holding in there. Juice Williams with a nice high kick. Let's see what the flag is. Yeah, holding on the offense should be declined. It's Argo football with 2:55 left. And it should be over on down, so the Argos will get the ball with the opportunity to basically run the game out, Coach. Heck of a performance. Got a little bit wild in the middle.
It did, yeah.
Beginning and the end were really solid.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
As we take stock.
A glimmer of hope there for.
There really was.
There in the third, but just couldn't put it all together.
The ball is going to be at the UWF 37. And let's see, they're sending Tony out there at quarterback, so a little bit of a quarterback switch. Tony Bartalo will come in.
Decision.
So we will close the door on Marcus Stokes here in a second. Really strong performance by this Argo team. They'll run it. You're going to get some new names in here. That's Preston Godfrey, number 12 at running back. Preston, another Mississippi College refugee, if you will. Came in here. Coach, he had a really good year last year, 526 yards, a couple of touchdowns over Mississippi College, playing with Marcus Williams, who's tortured us for a couple of years. So talented young guy. They've really got a deep running back group.
Yeah, they got a lot of running backs over there at Mississippi College. So,
and their penalty, another big penalty, is going to really hurt them. So it was going to be a no gain, and instead you're going to add 15 to it, and we're going to go across into Lenoir-Rhyne territory. So move it from the 37 to the 47. And the Argos are into Bear territory. Bartalo's got receivers, three of them out here near side of the field. We're going to be throwing it, but they'll hand it in the middle. And Godfrey's going to run the football and pick up some good yards. Inside the 45 down to the 43, so a gain of 4. And you will go ahead and mark up a 2nd and 6 coming, or 2nd and 5 or so coming for you on the next play. Good to see some of these other guys, get them in the game here.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we're sneaking up on the 2-minute timeout, which we'll take here in a second as the clock runs down. 48-21 our score. 2-minute timeout coming your way. We'll take our break here. And Coach is trying to get the team fired up. This is Argo football on ESPN Pensacola and Flow Sports.
Advance the next football game for West Florida is Family Weekend on September 13th at 6 p.m. Playing shorter here at Pin Air Field. Don't wait until game day. Buy your tickets online today at goargos.com/tickets. And folks, remember, please stay off the field after the remaining of the game. At the end as well. When exiting Pin Air Field, please use all sidewalks and follow traffic directions. And folks, a couple of birthdays today. Marcus Stokes, little brother Lucas Stokes, 15 years old today. And UWF trustee Lindsey Scott is also having a birthday today. Happy birthday to both of you.
Back with you. 2 minutes left in this football game. As we take the 2-minute timeout, the Argos are on the move, up 48-21 over nationally ranked Lenoir-Rhyne, who showed some good fight tonight after getting off to a really rough start, down 31-0. So credit to Doug Socha and his team. Made the long trip down from Hickory, North Carolina, but they're going to come up short tonight. A little movement on the right side of the line. Flags fly. You're going to back it up instead of 2nd and 5. Let's do 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Not what you wanted coming out of the break. So they'll go back.
Well, those are the things that make you a 2. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, go right back out
to
to
a couple of these things. I wouldn't say it's necessarily sloppy play out of the Argos, other than it's.
It hadn't been bad.
Kind of, yeah.
With regards
some
to
of the things that come with the nature of being the number 2 guy.
I was going to
the
say,
number 3 guy.
I always like to look at this one. If you remember last year, you and I got really frustrated with the penalty situation for this football team early in the year.
Oh, yeah.
7 tonight. Not bad at all.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Especially when you get some late here, obviously, with younger guys in. But has not been the Achilles heel, the issue it was.
We have had a couple usual suspects over the years, but.
Oh, this one not going very far. I believe, let's try to see who. That's a different running back in there. I did not quite catch it before the play started. Bottled up. Going to lose a yard right here.
Former.
Is that 28? I cannot tell.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
On this jersey right in front of us over here.
Former Argo coaching great Britt Myers tuning in tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He and his wife enjoying some Argo football.
Yes, both of them.
Very good. Up at Towson, right?
That's right. Yeah, big win over Norfolk State for those guys.
Very nice.
Beating Michael Vick in his coaching debut.
Always love it.
Defensive unit only giving up 7 points. Got to tip your hat to those guys.
Argos will run it right side. Finds a little room over there. Kind of wiggles through. I'm trying to see who that is at running back. Jabari Murphy, who's listed as a wide receiver, is running the football a little bit.
Yeah.
Mind seeing it. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
Wildcat.
50 seconds left. I imagine the Argos are just going to let the clock run down as deep as it can run and probably just take a knee, right? You wouldn't punt the football in this situation.
That's the right thing to do. Well, Will, it's been a good start here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like a 20-plus point win, 27.
Selfishly, as a broadcaster, I got a little nervous when it was 31-0.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
What are we going to have to do in the second half? So it got a little entertaining, which was good.
Well, we know how to make the most of our time when the spread is big.
So at least and you feel got a chance to talk on Tuesday, a call and with Coach Socha, and then meet him on the field before the game. Really good guy. Has connections. Knows Coach Shinnick. Did kind of what Coach Shinnick did down at Kaiser, win a title, start a program. He played with Pete's brother Chris at JUCO level, so there's this connection. So you meet somebody new and you wish them good luck, and we do wish them good luck the rest of the way. But I'm glad they kind of fought back. It would have been really devastating to ride back to Hickory if you got that game stayed the way it was looking for a minute. So there are some things to carry out. I think their quarterback, they got a good quarterback, Bonnie Robinson. Defensively, there's some things they need to work on.
But big, this is probably a little bit of a different game if they.
We're going to pad the punter's average. We're going to let them go again. I like it. Okay, let's do punt.
I think we can get this in the end zone. This is going in the end zone.
Oh, he wants to pin him deep. He wants to put one inside the 20, right? Yeah. He's going with that end over end.
Yep, he is.
Not quite the 20. It's going to be the 21.
It's going to hurt the average there a little bit, but that's all right.
It will. 16 seconds left, and they'll probably just run this one out. But while we're kind of getting ready, we're going to tell you that our players of the game, I'm going to go co-players of the game for this one, if you agree with it.
I think I can take a guess at who you're going to
Marcus
go with.
Stokes, Corey Scott, that connection. So Camille Clark will round them up along with Caleb, with Coach Nobles after the game, and we'll get a quick interview with them.
Yeah.
That's a special connection. It was last year for certain stretches, and love to see them get off to a good start. But tonight, Marcus Stokes, we'll just kind of look at his stats real quick. 20 of 29, finishes at 69% completion, 353, threw 4 touchdown passes, ran one in as well. And how about this? 6 different guys caught the football.
Yeah.
So he spread it around pretty nicely. And not just Corey Scott. Corey Scott had 9 catches, 172 and a touch.
Yeah.
Tyree Holloway, that young man I mentioned, missing him last year after that Grand Valley game changed the complexion of the offense.
Yep.
And tonight you see why.
His average not bad.
Yeah,
52
2
yards
catches,
a
104 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Both catches are That's
Throw
Randy
him to-
Moss-ish.
throw it to him more.
Yeah. That is one of those. So nice to see that tonight. Some of these other guys, Javon Swinton had 3 catches. Quinn Seeger had a couple catches and threw a pass as well that probably could have been a pass interference. So you're seeing the ability to work through some things. And Adam can hear me in the booth. We'll do the highlights before Coach just because we'll have some time to fill as we're waiting to get Coach after he talks to the team. But that's probably going to do it. So the Argos go to 1-0. Probably going to move up in the rankings a little bit, and definitely making a statement here in this game. And what crowd is left? A lot of them left early. It was a blowout win. It's a Friday night. But what crowd is left? A lot of students still sitting over there. Love to see that. The band is still here.
You know, it's so interesting. You get everybody still does the line, like in NFL.
The handshake line.
Like it's kind of like a mass of people that go out and they sort of high five certain people. But
you go see your
college
boys.
football, you got the line still. Like you're still lining it up. Kind of funny.
So 48-21 is our final score. Again, that's a great start for the Argos to win a game like this against a SAC opponent that was ranked and made the playoffs last year and beat a Gulf South Conference team. We mentioned Delta State last night went out, beat a ranked Central Missouri team over in Cleveland. So the Gulf South Conference, which some people had kind of said maybe is the conference down a little bit, down to 4 teams, which is unusual. And the future of the conference is a little bit up in the air football-wise, but strong start. And tomorrow, Valdosta's going to play Clark Atlanta at Legion Field in Birmingham. So the Blazers with a new coach, no more Sammy Edwards, quarterback. They're going to go on the road and take on Clark in a game kind of at a neutral site. That'll be an interesting one there. And then West Alabama goes on the road to Fort Valley State. That one, well, are they playing them? I'm not sure if they're playing them both in Birmingham or not. I can't really tell by seeing that, but those are some good games to start the year. So we'll see if the GSC can come out of week 1.
Yeah, that would be really big for the conference.
Unbeaten. That would be a
super region and whatnot.
Then next week, as we mentioned, we will be rolling up to play Kentucky Wesleyan. It's a noon kickoff, Pensacola time, up in Kentucky. It's Nashville, and then you go up a little bit. So hopefully some of you will be making the trip on the road. If not, you'll be checking that one out on the radio with us on ESPN Pensacola. You can go to their website, and you can also look online, get the app, and stream that thing so you can listen to the broadcast. I'll be up on the road with them next week. Next week, West Alabama goes to Chowan, way up in Murfreesboro, North Carolina, which we made that trip up there last year. Valdosta's going to go into Charlotte. Birmingham 1 week in Charlotte the next. They're getting to go to big cities. What's the deal with that?
Right.
They're going to play the Golden Bulls, Johnson C. Smith. Take on Johnson C. Smith. That'll be a good one. And then North Greenville is at Delta. So two places that I love to go, Tigerville, South Carolina, and Cleveland, Mississippi, come together up in the Delta.
Right.
So Delta with 2 home games to start the year. They could get off to a nice start with Coach Cooley and company up there. So that's a look at the Gulf South Conference. I don't know about you tomorrow, but I like I like English football. I like soccer, right?
Oh, yeah.
So my team, Tottenham, plays Bournemouth at 9 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And then I roll right into 11 o'clock. My horns up in the horseshoe at Columbus at Ohio State. So I got a busy morning coming.
I will be sitting in the garage all day tomorrow watching football.
Having a beverage?
Yes, absolutely.
There you go. It'll be big. Let's take a look at some highlights. Adam, if you got those cooked up, Coach and I can take a peek at some of the highlights from this one. We're waiting for Camille to round up Coach and bring him that way. But the Argos got a lot done tonight. We mentioned the numbers. Marcus Stokes, and it was big right from the start. Stokes, this
that
is
was
a deep
great
ball.
catch right there.
Tyree Holloway early on and into the end zone, and that's one of those 2 touchdown catches Tyree had. Nice little touchdown run for T.J. Lane. Caught one, ran one in. Marcus Stokes with the keeper here, so he has a 5-touchdown game on the day. Pulls this one out of the belly, little misdirection, and then Stokes firing that football down the field. Corey Scott, it was a lot of yards after catch. The kid was all over the field tonight, and they seemed to have that connection. A couple big plays early on. The Argos were hitting on defense and then hitting big plays on offense. This is an interception. This is the one, we didn't get the end of that, where Marcus Stokes was able to force the fumble on that one. Big runs. Jay Sharp was getting it done in the first half. T.J. Lane on the ground in the second half. a couple big defensive plays. Colin Shaw had some sacks in this game. The defensive line up front, very solid. And then, Kamani Robinson started throwing that ball down the field. Agnew was his preferred receiver, and that really became the story in the late first half into the second half, that all of a sudden Lenoir-Rhyne starts finding some offense. Tate O'Brien with the catch there. The Argos would find some answers eventually defensively, but also offensively. There's TJ Lane with his big breakout 50-yarder. Set up another Argos score. A couple field goals in this game. New kicker in there.
Yeah.
The freshman throws a few in, and there, beautiful throw, wide open, Tyree Holloway for his second touchdown of the game. This really was, anytime you get 48-21, the final score, you're putting up that amount of points, 70 points roughly on the board.
Yeah.
That's a pretty entertaining football game. Everything was rolling.
Sure. Yeah, I think Lenoir-Rhyne, a couple big mistakes, but these guys, I bet they're going to run the table on the sack. They're not a bad football team.
Last year, the sack at one point I looked up, they had like four teams ranked in the top 25. It was a good league. Yeah, you got Wingate teams we know up there. Limestone, of course, has dropped their football program, but you still got some other strong schools up that way. Carson Newman, Catawba, and some others. So this is, it's a blowout win, but it's nothing to sneeze at. It ends up being,
No, this was not a bad football team. This was a good win against a solid team, really solid.
I'm trying to see where Camille is, if she has coach yet. She's grabbed coaching our players and get them down there to the position, but we will get that interview in, and then we'll get wrapped up here. But I believe I see Coach Nobles down there. I don't know if Camille has him yet. So again, we're on the road next week, Kentucky Wesleyan, noon kick. We'll be on the radio for that one, and then we're back here shorter. It's family weekend on the 13th of September. That's going to be a really good football game. Coming in, Michael Rich, who was one of our backup quarterbacks, is over there. Shorter now. It's set for a 6 o'clock kick here at Penn Air Field on Family Weekend. Always a good one. A lot of that was a couple of years ago where I saw a family, college-age kids, boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Father and the wife and the mother there, and the dad was relearning, I'm assuming, the shotgun beer. So we'll, chicanery and weird things can happen the way it goes. But I think Camille's got Marcus, and she's definitely got Coach. I'm trying to get everybody rolled over that way. There's some kind of photograph happening in the end zone between us and the camera. And Corey Scott and Marcus are both there. And then Camille's sprinting to find Coach Nobles. She's getting her work in. Camille, of course, played women's basketball for us last year. Was at West Alabama, transferred down here. I think she's trying to round up Coach, who's having a conversation with everybody, trying to take pictures. It's a tough life as a sideline reporter, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Here's our final stats. You can see, how about that, 537 yards of total offense, 2 turnovers, but they weren't really killers where they happened in the field. Ran for 184, threw for 353. Balanced offense, got it done in a lot of different ways. I think your former head man, Coach Caleb Nobles, worked under 2. Pete Shinnick be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tough to be disappointed with 550-plus yards.
All right, we've got Camille down on the sideline. She's got our players of the game, Marcus Stokes and Corey Scott. She's got Coach Nobles down there. If Camille's ready, let's give it to Camille. Camille, take it away, postgame.
Thanks, Will. First, guys, congrats on the win tonight. First win of the season. I'll start with you, Marcus. First, you had a great game tonight, over 300 passing yards. You had 3 passing touchdowns and then 2 running touchdowns as well. So just talk about your performance and what you feel you did well in this offseason preparing for this game.
Yeah, so, honestly, it also starts, really at the end of Valdosta. Coach Nobles gave us that talk that we needed, and it was time to come in for spring ball. Had our rough patches in spring ball. And then summer ball is really where we, I really feel like our team started getting glued together in summer ball. And it's just bonding, everybody out here getting extra work. And to be honest, I think why we won tonight is because we all stayed together.
Got you. And then, Corey, I'll talk to you for a second. You had 2 touchdowns tonight as well. Just talk about what you were feeling out there and what you saw that led to success.
Honestly, it's just a lot of trust. Me and Marcus, connection goes way back, so just building trust after practice, during practice, talking about things, and just playing together because we're a brotherhood. So yeah.
Got you. And then, Coach, for you, congrats on the first win back out here. Just talk about the off season and how it felt to finally be back out here after having a long fall camp?
Yeah, it was great. You know, we've been prepping for a long time, really since early January, just to get these guys ready. We knew it was a big game coming up, and but we've been focused on playing well, doing our job, and playing at a high level. We've had a very long fall camp. Our guys have been ready to play with people, and I think that showed tonight.
Yeah, and then you got some players back this year that were injured early last year. Just talk about how it was to finally have them back and able to contribute to the squad again.
Yeah, a lot of guys like that. I mean, missed some time last year. Tyree Holloway, who we had a play call set up for him trying to score on the first play. We ended up scoring on it later in the drive. But just excited for those guys to get back and be able to play some good football, and I'm excited for them this whole entire year.
Yeah, and then lastly, what's a couple of things you plan on working on this week just to prepare for next week on the road?
Yeah, just little things about just doing our job and playing true fourth quarter football. You know, I think we load off in the third and put our foot back on the gas in the fourth, but our guys just got to know we got to play 60 minutes because every game's not going to be a blowout, right? So we'll be ready every single play and just focusing on our job every single play.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Go Argos.
Go Argos.
Go Argos. Argos by 90.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Camille. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Corey. 48-21 our final score. Argos 1-0 to start the season. Heck of a way to get out of the gate, and they'll be on the road next week to Kentucky Wesleyan again. Noon kickoff. We'll be on the radio with ESPN Pensacola. Coach, it was a good one.
Man, it was.
It's always fun to just watch football with you and talk it through, so we appreciate you being here. Good luck to you. Coaching some flag football.
Oh, yeah.
Little ones, so, yeah, we appreciate the audience being here. Always nice to get together, renew the rivalry with Lenoir-Rhyne. Safe travels back to Hickory, North Carolina for the Bears, and we're looking forward to the rest of this season. It has only just begun. We appreciate you being here on the radio. ESPN Pensacola, our radio partner. You can always stream through their website as well. Listen to it locally over the air. Flow Sports, our Gulf South Conference streaming partner. For Coach Kyle Shoemaker, for Camille Clark on the sideline, Adam Waldron, and Dom Taylor, and all the crew here, all the camera folks and the folks in the control room. We appreciate you watching. I'm Will Kennedy. We'll talk to you next time, and as always, go Argos.
Go Argos.